This is an opportunity that we can't pass on.
E te tī e te tā, nau mai rā ki tēnei pāhotanga poitukuhu, a whakaata Māori mo te whakataitai poitukuhu o ngā kuratuarua o te motu. Kei konei mātou ke te whare a Fly Palmy Arena i te Wainganui o te Papaioia. Ko Kayla Manuerangi tōku ingoa, ko au te tahi autaua mō te Kēmu e whai ake nei, ko Miles tēnei, taku hoa autaua anō hoki. Kia ora, Miles. Can you please introduce the teams we have today and give us a bit of a update on where we're at in the tournament? It is day three.
It is day three, and this is really exciting. Waimea versus Rosmini. This is two undefeated teams in their pool trying to get to a game off tomorrow morning. So this is a very big and important game in the grand scheme of things, and we're halfway through the tournament.
Absolutely.
And I've called more games with you than anyone else, so this is just a blessing.
It is an honour.
Yeah.
And look, while we're here, we'll just go through the lineup here. We have Rosmini College, Calvin Goldstein, Maddie Dalton, Hunter Johns, Samuel Law, Xavier Wells, Cooper Holm, Bartosz Jakowski, Christopher Wiley, Joshua Wiley, Indy Marshall, Jameer Reed, Sunny Nair, and coached by Sunny Tuaputa and assisted coached by Theo Johnson.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Sunny brings a lot of experience from his NBL stuff with the Tuatara, so we're going to be very well coached as we get into the Waimea squad. We've got Rogers, Shirley, Sampson, Moore, Adam Sinclair, Bracey, Williams, Ladley, and number 0, Hayden Jones, who has had a very busy year, just under 17 stuff, and then going to the Basketball Without Borders stuff over at Hoops Fest in Perth, and now into this, don't forget, a regional tournament thrown in there as well, a nationals, age group nationals, and now this big one here. So big game for these two teams.
Absolutely, and as you mentioned earlier, Miles, both teams are undefeated in the competition so far. So the winner of this game will get a bye and advance on to the next game, which will be tomorrow night. And whoever is unsuccessful in winning this game, they will play a preliminary quarter-final, so that will be the second and third playoff for their pool tomorrow morning. We still don't know exactly who that will be against, Miles, but potentially could be a St. Kitts, could be a Nelson matchup. We still don't know.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. I know on both the boys and the girls side at the moment, they're, you know, that first place is earning that great sleep in, you know, getting to a quarter-final in the afternoon and evening. And the tough one is there are so many pools with teams with the same number of wins, and you know that's going to go now on count back. And you know we chatted about your math skills, so as long as you're not working, as long as you're not working it out, we'll be okay.
Yes, thank goodness I will not be taking score for this game, Miles.
But no, we got Waimea in the white and Rosmini in their blue, and this should be a great game. We just finished a very good game.
Yep.
Prior to this one. Checking that out, the Wellington College Napier game, only a handful of points in it. Wellington College, two undefeated teams once again in their pool. Wellington College coming away with the win there. Yes,
and they did fall to that team in the qualifiers for this tournament. As we see the ball go in play.
Waimea take control, a little back cut to post-up action for Hayden Jones to start this.
Okay, Te Kimiro Taki.
Leaves that one short. Had a great catch-up with Coach Phil Jones before.
The legend.
The legend. I was fortunate enough to play with him for the Tall Blacks many moons ago. In the
1800s.
Yes.
No, kidding.
Yeah, it was about late 1800s. And where I managed to just screen a lot for Phil and Kirk. That was my job. Screen for Phil, screen for Kirk, and that was a rebound, and make sure you don't upset Mark Dickel. Great elbow jumper there.
Kei te kōkiri whakamua, Reid.
Jameer Reid, strong on the drive.
As we know, that last name Reid had the privilege of playing with his older sister, Te Rā, doing phenomenally overseas, actually, is Te Rā, one of our, favourite tall ferns.
Had a little bit of a thing with the Kahu last year. Did all right.
Might have known the name.
Maybe a championship.
Yeah.
No big deal. But Jameer, part of the New Zealand junior program.
Yep. As he drains that first kurutou tuku. Kaore he angitu, engari, tino tata.
These guys sort of just start to feel each other out.
Piua te pōro. Ka rawe pai te kuru peke. Tino tāhua te kuru. As Cohen Williams starts off scoring for Waimea. Beautiful putback off the glass there from Tchaikovsky.
Love a good offensive rebound.
Absolutely. Second chance opportunities.
Well, it's just a great way to earn extra baskets for your team.
Absolutely.
Try and turn the ball over and try and grab those offensive rebounds.
Kua mau tonu Waimea te pōro.
And an early substitution for Rosmini.
Tētahi hara. I believe that was an offensive foul on number 25 of Waimea College, Jerome Sinclair. And that's something we've actually been seeing throughout this tournament, Miles, is those offensive fouls are being called and moving screens. Another one you see yet again.
We are consistent.
Yep, and yep, koe te mea nui, consistency, and that's what our refs have been doing a fantastic job at this tournament, is remaining consistent with every call. Kei te Kemiro Taki. Pai te Profu.
I'm not sure if that's the kind of shot that Waimea want to get. They have had some great ballmen. I was lucky enough to watch a couple of their games so far in the first 2 days, and when they start moving the ball well, it's a thing of beauty, as we see Hayden Jones spinning back to his right hand and earning a trip to the charity stripe.
Ai, ka haere ia ki te pai kurutou tuku, as you can just see there on the replay. He draws the first foul there. We'll go to the line. Pai te mea tuatahi. Tētahi atu anō. Tino angitu te kurutou tuku, Jones. Whiua te pōro. Whiua ki waho. Oh, ka rawe. Tatarawa. Nice take there from number 2 of Rosmini, Josh Wiley. Playing with brother Chris, as we see. Deep shot there, just off the front of the rim there.
And a pretty good pace to start this game. Both teams trying to feel it out and getting up and down the court.
Nice take there, though, from Dalton, younger brother of Taylor Dalton, another tall friend of ours.
Can't forget Charlie thrown in there.
Absolutely. Mai te Papa Moody off the glass. Nice shot there.
Charlie enjoying some time in the States
Yes.
at the moment, playing some college basketball.
Oh, good, as many of our athletes are over there currently.
And I would see out of these games right here a potential few more to earn some scholarship opportunities and go.
Absolutely, and we know that, you know, getting game film to go over to the States is a massive thing, and very privileged that we can have 3 live stream courts here for these 6 days, Miles. It's a great opportunity for our young rangatahi to get a lot of film as well, and for their whānau at home to tune in.
Without a doubt. And not just whānau as well. We've got people tuning in from all over the world, which is really, really cool.
Yep, so good. As we were talking earlier, about 10 years ago, it was just probably the semi and the final that would have been live streamed. But to think that,
and you know that because they were the ones that you starred in, right?
Look, that was a while ago now. It's not about me. It's about the rangatahi here.
But you're right. It has grown. The game has grown. And it's been great to see the coverage grow with the game. People want to see more games.
Yep.
And like you said, out of the 9 courts that we got going, 3 of those are covered.
Pretty cool. As Jones pulls in that tūrapa. Whiua te pōro. Pai te maka ki te kona. Ahua roa tērā kuru. Pai te maka. Kei te tāwhanawhana te pōro a Jones. Mo te kuru peke. Beautiful shot there.
Yeah, makes that tough shot look easy.
So one thing about good players like Hayden Jones is he looks like he's just going at his pace. And often you don't have to be the quickest player to be the best player. As Jones can showcase, he can be very effective going at his own pace. Is just off there.
Well, we were chatting about this earlier today, and the better players look like they have more time. They're never sped up. They're never rushed, and it's probably something as we almost got the lucky roll there. But those players do look like they have more time. Time's not moving any faster or slower.
Absolutely.
But the players who get rushed, when they speed up, the decision-making goes, the skills get put under pressure. And there are guys and girls who just have this ability to make it look like everything's in slow motion.
Absolutely, and we were talking earlier. You've got the likes of, you know, and when we're talking the women's game, you've got, you know, Charlie Sledger-Walker and Talia Tupaia, who 2 examples to me, who phenomenal athletes, and the game just looks easy to them. They don't necessarily have to be the quickest player, but they play at their own pace. And, you know, as we come into a national tournament, you also see the 3/4 court or the full court presses that teams are applying sometimes the full game. So to be able to handle the pressure and the traps that teams are throwing at other teams is absolutely massive.
And we've seen a number of different versions of those presses and traps throughout the week, and number of different zones and everything like that. So it'll be interesting to see what change-up teams make as they go throughout this game here. Waimea, early timeout. So we'll see how they go.
Absolutely. E rima meneti e toiana ki te mutunga o tēnei hauwha tuatahi. We're getting into the business end of things, aren't we?
The man, the myth, the legend, Mike Fitchett, sitting not far from Kat Jones, who's in that moonboot. Oh, she was telling me how she heard that.
Yes, yep.
She was playing a little bit of social sport with some friends. And
I'm telling you, social sport is more dangerous than competitive sport.
And
I'm
tore
convinced.
Achilles.
My gosh.
So if you've seen Kat wheeling around, and what a great family.
Absolutely.
The Jones family, keeping up with the Joneses. This is going to be a battle for them. Who's taking the top spot in that pecking order? You've got Phil and Kat both representing very high levels. Maya Jones, shout out to Maya, who's already at school as we see Waimea knock down a 3.
Toru.
Extend that lead to 7.
Beautiful release there from
Maya's chilling in San Francisco. Well, not chilling. She's working her tail off in San Francisco.
Living the dream.
Living the dream. St. Mary's. Hayden's just committed to Wisconsin, where Kirk Penny is coaching as well. And then
is he an assistant coach?
Ava Jones is representing Stack here at this tournament right now, and has been selected for the under-15s.
Man,
who's picking who? Who are you picking in the Jones family for top notch?
Look, you can't pick.
Oh, I can.
4-way split.
I can. I know who I'm picking. It's probably Ava. The young buck. The young sibling always does well.
Pai te mea tuatahi. That first kuru tautuku is good. Ka rawe, kua whaitahi piro a loa.
Let's see what Rosmini can create here. Able to turn the corner.
He tūrapa anō, Jones. Kei te Kimiro taki. Haria mai tētahi whiri. Again, just makes it look effortless. Pull-up jump shot, often a forgotten art of the game, but we love to see it very much alive.
Well, I love the aspect of the mid-range game. It's sort of coming back a little bit as we see Jones gobble up another rebound. But defenses are so engineered to take away the layup, as we see a little bit of a wedgie there.
Wedgie.
Yeah, the ball got wedged in between the rim and the backboard.
I know that word too well.
Yeah. Different reasons, though, right? Different reasons. But the defenses right now are engineered to try and take, the three is so potent. So people are trying to take away the three. People are trying to take away stuff at the rim.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to take away, well, the stuff they're giving up is mid-range. So for those guys coming and girls coming through right now who can master that mid-range game, I love watching Chris Paul play in the NBA just because of that mid-range game.
Absolutely. Dalton. Nice reversal to the other side of the court, and he knew where his shooter was, and that's something as well for players, is always knowing where your best shooter is on the floor, or one of your strongest shooters, you know, in those bailout opportunities, knowing if you can get a quick kick out to them.
A little bit of a fumble, but able to hold on to the ball.
What's that? Kuru Fifi Toru just rims out there. Great look there from Jones.
Some great ball movement. Reed changing directions and getting to the rim.
Mai te papa Moody. Tahua rawa tu te rā rei kuru.
I love that little counter move. Reed starts going, gets cut off. Counter move, as you see Jones with his own little counter. Those two battling it out.
Kei te kōkiri whakamoa.
Wiley moves the ball across to Johns. John puts his head down, gets to the basket. Can't get there, can't get the score, but does get the foul. Gets the hutter.
Kua hamenitia Adams, that will be a foul on Adams. Tētahi wahiki 9-8, timeout.
And just still, both teams still feeling each other out a little bit. Waimea probably don't get to play the Rosmini schools too often. Up in the Auckland schools, so it's great to see this battle play out, North versus South. And of course, Waimea last year losing in the final to Wellington College.
That'll put a fire under your belly. Absolutely.
And they will definitely be looking to go one better. But the path is paved right now with everyone looking to take your scalp and go one further than they did last year, go one better than everything else. And Wellington College in the game beforehand doing a great job against Napier to earn that rest and get to a quarterfinal.
Absolutely.
So a couple of quarterfinal places confirmed. That'll be the first in every pool. And this is a battle right now for that same place.
Yeah, they will be wanting that rest tomorrow morning, whoever wins this game. But as we were talking earlier in the day, Miles, it's really cool to see so many different schools vying for that top spot. It's not just, you know, we talked about Church College earlier on. What was it, 18 titles in a row?
So the girls were 22 championships in total, 14 in a row.
Yeah,
and their
14
boys,
in a row.
And their boys were 14 championships,
Yeah.
5 in a row.
Yeah, and in that time when we saw one school dominating everything, now there are so many schools that are playing, you know, at top caliber basketball. So it's really, really cool to see, and it speaks to the development that the game has not only had in, you know, pockets of New Zealand, but all around the motu.
Oh yes, and I think you're bang on with that one. It is exactly that. It is not just a pocket. It's not one place doing well. And you look at, for a number of years, there's a great drive there. A number of years, there were Auckland schools dominating that top 4, top 8 of the high school nationals on both sides, boys and girls. And, you know, the depth across the country. Last year, we had a couple of regulars in Westlake and Rangitoto, who Nathan Hanna's doing a great job coaching up in Rangitoto, trying to get them back here. Carl Neuer, who we called in one of his games earlier with Westlake, weren't here last year, able to get back. But 2 powerhouses in recent times hadn't even made the trip down, you know, hadn't qualified. And it's great to see that change up in, you know, almost changing of the guard.
Absolutely.
But just that level of competition.
And I mean, for the basketball community, everyone would know our New Zealand under-17 boys, actually boys to men, they are men. They got 4th in the world, and that was a phenomenal feat. As you see that beautiful and one there, he will head to the Pai Kurito Tuku. Strong move there, as you can just see on that replay. Johns. Beautiful finish as he has one shot to come.
Well, Waimea had a little 7 point lead, and Rosman able to chip away. It's a fairly low scoring quarter. Defense, both teams doing well at the moment, keeping that score a little lower. We've seen some big scores over the first 2 days.
Absolutely.
Great hustle there.
As a coach, you know, you always love to see your players diving on the floor in the first quarter.
Oh, yeah.
It shouldn't just be the last 2-minute rush of a game where you're trying to claw back a deficit, but that intensity should be the whole game. And it's, yeah, coaches love to see that. As you can see, Waimea in a 3-2 press here. Or 2-on-2, what looks like it, perhaps.
Off on that triple. Waimea brings the ball down court at their own pace. The heat has gone out of that tempo as both teams look to find an advantage here in the last minute.
Whiua ki te kōna. Tatarawa, nui rawa te tūrapa. Tētahi hikoi travel call there. As toru tuku he konei toiana ki te mutinga o tēnei hauwha tuatahi.
Chris Wiley with a little bit of a footwork violation there.
Kuru whiwhi toru, whakamiharo ana. Makes it look easy.
Just like I never did.
Meida. We will look to get one shot off here as the clock runs down. Reid drives in. Good patience, just gather steps, waits for that defender to just come down from that jump. And beautiful finish off the glass as we come to the end of this first quarter. Hei, he wāpai nai nei ki te mihi atu ki ngā kai tautoko o tēnei whakataitai poi tukohu. Nō reira he mihi mahana hoki ki a koutou whakaata Māori, Bailey's, Apollo Projects, Caltex, Basketball Manawatu, NZ Community Trust. E rā atu he maha ngā kai tautoko o tēnei whakataitai. Nō reira he mihi mahana hoki ki a koutou.
What do you like in the first quarter there from both teams?
What do I like? I was going to say, well, I like coffee.
Okay, there we go.
But if we're talking basketball,
let's refine it to just this first quarter of basketball.
Specifically, we're going to say we're going to need barriers here.
Yes, okay.
I'm liking you know, in a couple of games earlier in the day, we were seeing teams really rushing the pace.
Yep.
They were running more transition, secondary offenses, not really getting into their sets. So shout out to the Westlake boys who are there on camera.
The Westlake crew.
Yep.
Sitting down on the baseline there.
Yep. So, yeah, I'm liking the fact that they're actually trying to have a bit of patience getting into their half-court sets. As you can tell by the score, there's only 3 points in it. But, yes, I think they have obviously been well coached and have, you know, quite a bit of experience among the older players, you know, as you don't necessarily have to play a fast game of basketball for it to be a good game.
No, and I think one of the big ones there, like that Jameer Reed drive right at the end of the quarter was a great example. His change of speed, you know, on the rim hard, someone jumped, that slow step was really, really good where he got the guy up, able to slow step that and still finish at the rim. And whether it's in terms of your individual changing of speed or your team's changing of speed, I think that's pretty good as we see Mark and Brown and GD in the bottom corner of our screen there.
Shout out to Judd Flavel, the new Tall Blacks head coach.
Yes.
His daughter Bailey is also playing for Takapuna.
They went
phenomenal
through
young star.
Went through at the top of their pool, Takapuna, so they get the morning off, and we'll wait for one of the prelim qualifiers to be played to find out who they're playing later on tomorrow.
As the ball goes into play as we start off the second quarter, a highly anticipated matchup against Rosmini and Waimea. Mote kuru, Fifi toru, tau kia more.
Hear a couple of the Rosmini people calling for asking for a travel as Jones stumbles. The call not coming, and they're able to drive and kick as we see Rosmini keep it alive.
Reid, Kia Johns, Karawe, korido ia te poro. Ki te tāwhanawhana, Jones. Whiua ki te kona. Kaore he angitu te rā maka, engari kia mau tonu te poro a Waimea.
Little out of bounds set, get the ball going.
Te kauhea kona e toiana ki te mutunga.
Great rebound. Rosmini control the glass and starting to control this possession here. Both teams in a little bit of a zone, trying to change up some defense. Chris Wiley sneaking back door. Does a great job there. Wiley was All-Star 5 at the under-20s age group championship, Foot Locker All-Star 5 earlier in the year.
Oh, tough shot from Jones. Showing his international experience is Jones with a beautiful little pull-up from the three, right at the top of the key.
He's good at basketball.
Yeah. Wiley, beautiful off-foot finish. As you can see, and finish with the inside of the
little rondo.
off-foot. Yeah, it's really beneficial being able to finish off-foot like that, because the defense is actually waiting for one more step and then for a layup on the left hand, but it just cuts off that extra second. There's Reid. Leads the break. Oh, tētahi hikoi.
Reid unable to slow step himself to that one. Little hop, little shuffle there. As we see Wiley come out of the game. That's Wiley of the Chris variety. His brother Josh wearing the number 2, guarding the ball right now.
And again, Te Kuru Peke. Big jump shot there from Jones, just rings out. Probably an early shot there from Rosmini. That will remain in Waimea possession.
Just while the referee fetches the ball, gives Waimea time to set something up. on his little baseline out of bounds.
Little screen to screen action there as 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Korewhiwhi toru.
Great little deflection defensively.
Well done there. Good hustle from Reid.
Colin Williams doing a very good job, and then left all alone at the other end.
Tētahi hara. Offensive foul there. Good job taking the charge. Number 26 of Rosmini, Maddie Dalton.
True Dalton putting his body on the line.
Honestly. Shout out to Taylor Dalton, eh? Absolute bucket getter. Always gives 110.
I'm trying to think where she's signed.
Gonzaga.
For
Tauihi?
Yeah.
I'm not actually sure.
Is she coming back for Tauihi?
I'm not sure if that coincides with her college.
Okay, there we go.
This will be her final year, so I don't know if she'll be back this year for that. But we eagerly anticipate her return.
Making the move north, of course. She's been with St. Mary's in San Francisco.
Yep. Stella Beck's old school.
There have been some great Aussies and Kiwis through there.
Yep.
Amy West from the mighty Palmerston North spent some time there as well. Our girls doing a very good job in the NCAA. A number of girls playing at a great level.
So cool to see as Jones nails that second kuruto tuku.
And I did look over at that sideline earlier, and Phil Jones gave the boys the palms down, just calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, control this, and I love that from the coach. Cool, calm, collected.
Wiley.
Josh Wiley coming up with that offensive rebound, kicks to Reid. Reid, Euro stepping.
Karawe, mai te papa Moody. Beautiful finish off the glass there from Reid.
That was a great finish.
As you talked about earlier, that patience on that like kind of Euro step move as he goes to the basket, as you can just see. He just takes that extra half second to gather himself, turn his body so he can square up and get it nicely off the glass.
Jerome Sinclair was trying to do a good job moving his feet, but just gave him that bump right at the last second on the hip and gets the hara, but can't convert that extra free throw.
Piua te poro ki te kona. Kawihiangi too.
Rogers well short on that one. Gives the opportunity for Rosmi to tie it up or take the lead.
Good job.
And there it is, game tied.
Well done.
Some better ball movement here from Waimea.
Korewhiwhi toru.
Find the open shooter.
Absolutely, both teams in a bit of what looks like a zone, 2-3 zone. That will be a carry call, unfortunately, for Reid. Just must have cupped his hand under it a bit too much. Just 3 points in it here as we approach halfway of the second quarter. Great extra pass there.
Jones just been able to get rid of the ball quickly on that hard show.
Karawe.
Just too much space for a shooter of his talent.
Absolutely. We talked about Scout earlier too, Miles. Knowing who the shooters are and making sure that they don't get any open looks. Hand down, man down. Piua te poro. Karawe, he responds, does Wiley with the beautiful Korewhiwhi toru.
But who passed him the rock? Who gave up that marker?
Yep.
That's his brother right there getting it done. What a great connection those two. Many a battle. What a wraparound pass
Beautiful
from Reid.
wraparound pass.
The connection between the Wiley brothers has got to be built through a number of games in the in the playgrounds and driveway.
Absolutely.
Jones now handling the rock, moving it. Extra pass, corner 3. Hits the front of the rim, and Rosmini are off and running through Wiley.
Reed. Oh, beautiful take there. He knew the defender was behind him. Really smart finish there. And it's no wonder that he is also part of that New Zealand Under-17 World Cup team, as Jameer Reed. Plays with such a maturity.
Yeah. Grows up in a basketball household, gets probably gets a little more basketball than your average kid.
Absolutely. But it's those little nuances of the game that he's really aware of, knowing where the defender is, you know, having good body control. And, yeah, really impressed with his work so far in this game.
See what Waimea can do to answer.
Jones to Kuru Topa, as he just sneaks down on that baseline with a beautiful dunk out of nowhere. As you can just see on that replay.
Got the bounce like you used to have.
Look, I was quite resemblant of the Kiwi, flightless, some might say. But, you know, as we saw, just want to highlight, I like the little parts of basketball that you don't always point out. When Jones got the ball, he did a slight shot fake that lifted the defender, and then he ripped round. The triple threat is a very, you know, very important part of the game. That it's one of those fundamental parts that super effective. Wiley. He shot that all the way from Wellington.
That was deep. Josh Wiley shooting that thing with confidence.
Absolutely. Bridging that gap to just 2 points now, as we've just over 3 minutes left here in the second quarter.
So we see that foul there. Should go on number 7, Xavier Wells.
All right. Ko hamini te Wells, no reira. Ko haria Sinclair ki te pai kuru tautuku.
The Rosmini squad just have a little huddle just off camera. Sinclair able to knock down the first. What a great response from Chris Wiley after that.
Absolutely.
Emphatic dunk.
Very even matchup so far in this game, Miles. No team has particularly gone on a huge run. It's been very much back and forwards. Beautiful dump in pass.
Jones able to knock that one out of bounds.
Oh,
Waimea just falling asleep on the inbounds. Easy little bounce pass and finish on the inside of that zone.
Absolutely. Beautiful finish there.
That one was a little tougher than the possession at the other end, but hey, 2 points is 2 points, and right now in this game and what this game means, you'll take every basket you can any way you can get it.
All right. Beautiful move there from Racy, as we see him with that little gather step, another part of the game, sometimes planting that second foot and making sure you gather yourself and go up, draw the foul and make the shot as he did.
Did you prefer to play off 1 with the quickness or 2 for the strength?
1, but I wish I learnt the 2. Oh, Wiley, why not?
Why not indeed?
Yes, off the 1 foot.
I think, yes. Chris Wiley, second 3 of the quarter.
Massive 3 there as Williams drives in, draws the header.
And a pretty free-flowing game.
Yep.
Up until this point. We did call a game earlier today, which took quite some time.
It did. I think it was an extra like 20 minutes.
Yeah, and there was just a number, and it wasn't necessarily out of control or anything, but the officials were calling what they were saying. There was extra contact and all sorts of things, and there was a couple of players foul out from each team, a couple of players in foul trouble as well, you know, that didn't foul out, but that had just sort of extended the game and dragged it on. So
Yep.
a very free-flowing game here as we see Waimea miss that free throw, still holding on to a slim 1-point lead.
I know.
That was the heat check from
Yeah,
Wiley
bit of a heat
right
check there.
Hey, he's made 2 from deep.
Yeah.
You were allowed to take that one.
Hey, shooters shoot. Oh, the hezzy. Oh, that was sensational. I do love a good hesitation dribble. And that one, as you can see on that replay there,
Just the catch
slight
and rip.
hezzy.
And that's what I was talking about
Yep.
earlier with that change of speed. Jones able to drive and just almost come to a stop without stopping his dribble and then go again.
Yep. Impressive.
Very impressive move. Also, gives them a 3-point lead.
Yep. Forcing that Rosmini coach to call a timeout.
And you see there the Waimea huddle, Phil Jones sitting down, talking to his charges about closing this quarter out. I'm sure with his knowledge and experience, he's got a lot of wisdom to pass on to the next generation coming through.
And that's something we're seeing at this tournament. It's so cool how many former players are now coaching. And I guess they bring that perspective of a player coach, and they coach from someone who's played the game at a very high level. So as, you know, as our rangatahi come through, you know, you really want to listen to those, you know, the likes of the Phil Joneses that have played at the highest level. That, you know, when that, was it 2002 with the Tall Blacks that placed 4th in the world?
Yes, it was.
Or 2004?
2002.
Look, I was 5 at the time, so if it is the wrong year, please forgive me.
No, that's all right. I was lucky enough to be in that squad.
Oh, were you really?
Didn't make the team that went.
But you were in the squad.
Yeah, I think the last couple of guys, Daryl Cartwright was in that squad with
Wow.
me. We unfortunately didn't get to make that trip, but
hey,
it was
you make
amazing.
them better, you know, the squad.
Oh no, I just got beaten up by
Then
PC.
you boost their confidence.
No, I just got beaten up by Paracameron.
Hey,
That
what
was-
an
that
honour
was-
and a privilege.
But no, you're right. There's some, you know, the game before us, Aiden Daly.
Yep.
Former Sal's NBL player, played and did some very good things with the Saints, the Hawks, and the Jets, I believe.
Yep. Oh, beautiful kuru peke from Wiley.
The Wiley boys are just kicking that scoreboard over right now. Great effort on the glass. Ball gets knocked loose. Reed unable to save it. Maybe just had a toe on the line.
Looked like it might have been, as that will be Waimea possession. Just 2 points in it as we approach this halfway mark. Both teams unbeaten in pool play so far.
Like we mentioned,
Piua ki te corner.
like we mentioned, the
Karawe.
ability to get to the rim.
Pai te wharota.
We wait for a substitution here.
Subs will come in as, I think I saw from the score bench, that will be the 3rd personal foul there for Jones of Rosmini. So he will need to keep his hands out as that kuru tautuku is good. Ko tahi miniti e toi ana ki te haurua.
And no team's been able to really stretch a lead past 6 or 7 points.
Yep.
As we see Rosmini miss on that 3. Chakowski misses that one, and Waimea can add to their 5-point lead. Teammates at the Under-17 World Cup. Reed guarding Jones.
Oh, Karawe.
Jones wins out on that occasion.
Wiley. Carried. Oh, smart play yet again.
Rogers just had that hand extended. And Reed pulled up right through where his hand was and created the contact and earns himself to a trip, earns a trip to the free throw line, shooting 3.
Pai te mea tuatahi. It's just that awareness of where the defender is, and once they've jumped, you know, trying to get a good shot attempt up, and that's exactly what Reed did.
I like the discussion we had before about the volume of threes being shot and the number of three-pointers that are now being fouled, three-point shooters are now being fouled.
Yeah.
You know, just the sheer volume means that someone's going to foul a shooter, whether it's at the rim or at the three. It doesn't really matter.
He wahiki and 9-8.
As Coach Jones takes his own timeout.
Just 26 seconds left here. What do you reckon's been said in the timeout, Miles?
Well, for this one here, for Waimea, they're probably looking at something very specific. 26 seconds on the clock. They're possibly looking to take a shot with only a couple of seconds left to limit Rosmini's chances. So this is possibly a great draw-up situation, and let's see what they can execute in this after the timeout. Rosmini might be the other way around. Let's try and do something a little bit different than we have been doing. Get them out of a set, make them uncomfortable, speed them up so we can get that one possession to finish the quarter and see if they can cut into that 5-point lead. And Waimea trying to extend that 5-point lead.
And, you know, we talked about earlier on in the day those late game situations, and, you know, I'm sure teams here have been practicing, you know, in the lead up to this national tournament, you know, instances where you have late game opportunities and, you know, you have different scenarios in how you're going to like play, whether it's 26 seconds left here or whatever that may be. I'm sure that these coaches will be looking to, you know, make the most of opportunities like this. Although it's not the end of the game, this is an opportunity to, use the time that they have.
You can see a little stagger away. Jones looks it off, able to grab the offensive rebound. Time running down.
Ka rawe. Tino angitu, te reikuru. Reed. Oh, where Tokurie. My goodness, did we just see that correctly?
We did indeed.
Could we please get a video replay of that? Because from my eyes, I think that just went in.
It did, and the shot from behind half court.
Surely that's a 5-pointer. I think we should start a petition that anything from behind the half court is 5 points. Can we start that petition, BB&Z?
Sure,
is that possible?
I'm done playing now, but I feel like that's going to be a lot of shots are going to be taken. But
that was phenomenal.
Waimea on the back of that half court three, lead now by 4 points.
Far out, that was awesome. Anyways, Ilhama, we will take a short break. 49-45, Waimea up by 4 points to Rosmini College as we take a quick break. Kia mau tonu mai.
Hey. Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
This season, Basketball New Zealand takes coaching to the next level. Featuring BNZ Kiwi Hoops and 2 Degrees Girls Got Game on Coachmate. For coaches, discover engaging practices with ready-made plans featuring easy-to-follow games that kids will love. Or tap into your creative side and make your own sessions with our library of great activities that you can learn in under 90 seconds. And level up your coaching skills with lessons, tips, and official resources. Managing a team this year? Get your team in sync with improved team management features, like sharing training and game information. Create polls, see who's attending practice, and communicate directly with parents to arrange things like carpools. Or just share the fun with photo uploads and team chat. Saying yes to coaching has never been easier. Download the free app now and support the next wave of basketball lovers to have their best season yet with Basketball New Zealand on Coachmate.
Okay, guys, twice to sell. Got past as well. Going to sell. Ladies and gentlemen,
This isn't about what we wore back in the day.
Going twice. No more offers. Sold!
It's about being trusted to get a better result for our clients since 1973.
The forest should never have been taken off this steep hill country that's eroding, and it makes absolute sense to afforest those hills. What we're doing here is using the exotics to help that process get established. We're looking at a managed transition process where those pines are progressively thinned as the native understory establishes. We're trying to do several things here. Soak up carbon, establish native forest, and we're trying to improve biodiversity. You're achieving an awful lot with one program of activity.
Te hihioki. Mana kore ana tōre wha. Ei, pauri atu.
Welcome back here. Second half action just a moment away. 4-point game. Waimea but a spectacular play from Jameer Reid to finish the half. Knocking it down from beyond halfway to cut that lead to 4. Here we go as a replay. Clock winding down. Jameer leaping.
That's wild.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic. There was actually a half-court shootout competition for like a footlocker prize. And look, I reckon he needs to enter one in because there's got to be some reward for that.
We could call it the Charlie Dalton Award.
Yeah, we could.
I've seen Charlie shoot the ball from that far away. I don't know if he ever made them.
I never made them.
I never took them. The ball was I was not trusted to dribble from that far away.
Look, I know if I shot something like that, I'm out of the game.
Yeah, there you go. Big ups to my man Charlie Dalton, who's tuning in, enjoying.
Ups to Taylor Dalton, who, look, I reckon she's tuning in all the way from America.
Well, they're kind of on the same coast, so they both better be looking after their little brother.
Yeah, phenomenal family, and of course I've got the Dalton Foundation. I'm doing a lot for the community. Just awesome whānau.
I'm lucky enough to work with the Chaz, who we were lucky enough to work with him, and we were unlucky enough that our junior tall blank cycle got annihilated by COVID.
Oh, yeah.
So the group there, I actually caught up with Tortoka Wynyard on the phone a little earlier after watching his sister play.
Yep.
As Rosmini opened the scoring for this half. Jones a little fake.
Hiwa ki te corner. Tracy. Unlucky engari. Tinangi tū te rūrapa. Lovely, good take there from Dalton. Just can't quite get it to go in as Jones brings it up. Kei te Kimiro Takia Jones. Whiua te poro. Oh, good patience there. That's something I've been very impressed with, actually, Miles. And look, I'm not sure if I was that patient at that age, but the amount of just the patience that these players have to use a shot fake, to wait for the defender to jump, it can be quite hard as you're, driving and you're looking to score. You kind of want to go 110 miles an hour, but to have the ability to go at a very fast speed, pause, wait a second, and then go again. I think it just speaks to the maturity that a lot of these young players, maturity and IQ that a lot of the young players are playing with now.
Yeah, I agree, and the amount of repetitions that some of these guys and girls are getting through representative basketball with their association. Some places got clubs, as we see Wiley.
Look, I'm sorry to interrupt, but Wiley, fantastic shot there.
Let's get a hand on that man. That's another three from Chris Wiley.
To tie the game. Adams tries to respond from the corner. Instead is almost tipped in there. 50 apiece.
There's that shot fake you're talking
shot fake
about.
Again. Little handoff, Reid. Down the lane.
I played for Coach Wayne Brown, who ended up working with the New Zealand Breakers as well.
Okay.
And if you were a shooter and you had time to shoot, as we see Wiley go from very deep, he said if you're a shooter and you've got time to fake a shot, you got time to shoot a shot.
Great shot there from Reid. Once again, that gather step under the basket. Beautiful touch.
And that score gives Rosmini the lead for the first time in a little while.
Oh, yeah. Probably just one of those unfortunate situations. You're kind of just moving forward.
Maddie Dalton.
Bit of a trip there as Dalton gets that foul. Will be Waimea possession on the sideline.
Maddie Dalton, I wonder what your brother's got to say about that. And according to Charlie Dalton, I just got a message from him. Taylor's definitely not tuning in.
Oh, okay. Shout out to the big bro for tuning in to his little bro then.
Way to be a better sibling, Charlie Dalton.
Wiley, downhill. Draws the hara. No reira ka haerea ki te pai kuru tautaku. Mo e rua ngā kuru tautaku.
I'm just going to throw out there, Jameer Reid, great hustle to go get the ball for the referee so his teammate can shoot a free throw.
Smart.
You know, I feel like Chris Wiley might be just too close on that one after some of the threes he's made.
Yeah.
Here in the first half and early in the third quarter. That free throw is just a little too close.
Only shoot threes, sorry. As we see Wiley sub out. Great job from the young man. Rosmini in a man-to-man. What looks like a man-to-man.
That three there from Waimea long. And Josh Wiley pushing the pace to Maddie Dalton.
Oh, beautiful dump-off pass. Fortunately unsuccessful on that is Jones, but great look there coming off that middle ball screen, dumping off to the weak side, post up.
I think this, just to start this quarter, Waimea have been able to generate some open looks. But right now, this is the first one that I can remember where they actually try and put their feet in the key and put some pressure on the defense by driving the ball.
Jones, kia Dalton. Karawe nui te tūrapa. Oh, great job yet again from Reid. Wanting the foul call on that, but he finishes it anyway.
And a little 4-point deficit turns into a 5-point lead early in the third quarter for Rosmini College.
As we know, basketball is a game of runs and momentum, and the momentum slightly shifting Rosmini's way, as we see there, just off the hand.
Just a little bit of, I thought you were zigging when you were zagging type thing between teammates.
Yep.
Waimea in a 2-3 zone.
Good job. Oh my gosh. Oh, unlucky there. Good take there from the young man.
And I do like that attack from Rosmini against the zone where they set that screen. They engage that defender on one side and set a screen so it makes the other guy at the top, puts him in a defensive decision.
Absolutely.
On that one there, he helped on the drive. It was an easy kick to Reid, who was down the lane and couldn't finish above the rim on that one.
And that's massive in a 2-3 zone. If you're coming off that ball screen to the middle, making sure the goal in the zone when you drive is to draw two defenders and then find the open man. And that's exactly why Reid got that open rip to the basket, as we see Jones forcing the matter. Can't quite convert that.
But I like that aggressive nature from Jones on that one. Trying to put the ball on the floor and get to the rim. Put some of this Rosmini defense under pressure. Oh, the official there just reminding the players that she's got the whistle and she knows how to count to three. There was a few of them complaining about a 3-second call.
And I believe it was it a technical as well?
A technical warning.
Warning, gotcha. Thank you.
Just saying like, hey, we got control of this. Great pick and roll. Moving the ball, creating an advantage.
You got the portal. Kia Wiley.
Josh Wiley, his turn to get in on the action.
Kuru Fifi Toru. Pushing that lead out to 8 points now for Rosmini, as Jones will look to get a basket for his team. Successful on that one. As you can really see the energy from that Rosmini bench. They're getting up for their players on the court.
And it's a tough one. You know, your third day, afternoon into the evening of your third day.
Fifi Toru forcing Phil Jones to call a timeout. Man, they've just pushed that lead to 11 points. And I just want to say Rosmini have done a fantastic job. You see Waimea in a 3-2 zone. They're doing a great job. And we were talking about zones earlier in the day, you know, with that 3-2, the weakness in that is that baseline short corner, corner 3, and in a 2-3. Rosmini doing really well at getting, 2 feet into the lane. They're either getting that screen, so the guard is coming off into the middle, drawing 2 defenders, kicking it to the wing, or they're finding the flash man in the middle of the key, kicking it inside, and then kicking it back out to the perimeter. So they're really doing well. Probably that, I'm sure that was a scout of Coach Sonny, just knowing how to respond to that zone.
Well, it doesn't hurt either that between the Wileys, they've probably knocked down 5-6 threes.
Helps too.
And you know, it's tough where if you're playing a zone to try and take away some stuff on the inside, and one of the things that you're willing to give up is never an open three, but a contested three. And so right now, a couple of these threes that the Wiley brothers have hit they've been uncontested, but they've been uncontested because they're 4, 5, 6 feet behind the 3-point line.
And that's tough. And as Coach Phil Jones, are you going to go to would you shift to a 3-2 zone?
Well,
to cover that 3-point.
You potentially get out of the 2-3 and change to a different alignment, a 3-2, a 1-2-2, a 1-3-1, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Or you switch out and get to a man, and it depends what your principles are. And there are many coaches, as Jones shoot short on that one.
But I mean, as you said, the Wiley brothers are just killing it from downtown.
Yes.
Some of those shots, you're playing good defense. You are there, but they're just making tough shots.
And it's a crazy thing to look at right now. This game has just turned on its head with this run to start the third from Rosmini as Reed goes for 3.
Toru. Wiley chasing that ball down, can't quite keep the position, but good effort there as Waimea Williams gets them into their set. Jones
causes Reed to slip.
Tough finish. Beautiful finish there. Nice drive.
I feel like Jonesy got hit where no man wants to get hit.
Yep.
I think that's where
no woman either.
No, I don't know. I can't judge. I can't say anything. I've never been.
Anyone.
I've never been in that situation on the girl side of things.
Yeah. Look, it hurts either way.
Okay, there we go.
However, we're focused on Jones here and his beautiful and one that he just got as he goes for that Kuru Totoku just off there.
You saw Manakura boys walking in across the baseline.
Shout out to our Kura Kaupapa Māori.
Getting ready for their matchup.
Wiley, beautiful separation, baseline, the Kuru Peke. Wiley, fantastic separation there. Jones, Kilmore.
And I think that this is one of those things that what are you going to run as a team? You don't have unlimited timeouts as a coach, so what does your group know that they can run to get a great shot, to get to the free throw line, to get an open look for someone, a known shot for someone in a known area is a great spin move.
Beautiful spin move there from Reed. Just can't quite convert.
I do love the effort there on the glass
absolutely.
from Tchaikovsky.
Absolutely.
Able to keep that one alive. Earns Rosmini another possession.
Easy. Cut there, Wiley, wide open.
And that's the second time.
Yeah.
The Waimea has fallen asleep once in the zone in the first half, just given up something a little too easy.
Oh, ka rawe, a tahua rawa tu te reikura. Kuru, Jones.
Beautiful action to get him on that little curl.
Yeah.
Right at the rim. I might need to go back to that one. That was a great look.
Absolutely. Offensive foul there called on Rosmini, number 22, Tchaikovsky.
Just a little too physical on the drive.
That can be tough sometimes, eh? Like you're not sure how much effort you need to, you know, put on that drive. But good defense on the other end.
Waimea's got a chance here to eat back into this lead as they get it all the way to the basket, but miss one.
Right, kua hamene te ao Wiley. Nō reira, ka haere ki te paukuru tautaku.
Moore with that offensive rebound, gets fouled.
Talk about, you know, how important boxing out and rebounding is. Stopping those second chance opportunities for teams, as, you know, Moore does a great job getting that rebound.
The rebounding etiquette. Just go get the ball. And a few free throws missed here by Waimea. They'll be regretting those as the game goes on if they lose a close one.
Yeah. Oh, dribble handoff action there. Good defense by Moore, not allowing that pass. As Riley kicks to his brother on the perimeter, just off there, but a good look as it's back to 14 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, long shot, long rebound, and Waimea can't control the glass. Jones does a better job there. Elevating. As we tick just under 2 minutes here in the third quarter.
E rua minute e toi ana. Jones. Rocker step. Skips for the kuru whiwhi turu. Nice box out there. Tchaikovsky.
He's one of those unsung heroes right now.
Oh,
as he holds that seal.
That's a coach's dream, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
That's some shell drill stuff right there. Basic basketball, doing a good job, sets the screen, rolls, holds the pin and seal, and an easy putback on the left side.
This game being played with a finals level of intensity. And, of course, it's just the last game in pool play.
Right. Yeah,
and both of these teams are guaranteed a crossover.
Yeah.
The winner gets straight to the quarterfinal, as we talked about earlier, and the loser will go to a 2 versus 3 crossover to try and get back to a quarterfinal.
Yep. Just some words being exchanged there.
Some friendly advice.
Yep. Right. Tētahi hara, foul has been called.
A really good job there.
Ko hamene te ao Wiley.
Yeah, just working and working and working. And
Yep.
it's something that they need as we tick just under a minute, 59.4 left on the clock here. And a 10-point deficit, 9-point deficit now. They need to be able to figure out ways to engineer some stops and create some scores. Rosmini taking a little too long.
One more.
And a technical foul called.
Did you see, was that called on Coach, was it?
I don't know.
We're not sure, Yohama. We will find out what that technical foul was.
Some conversations between the official and Coach Jones as Wiley walks the length of the court to shoot the free throw. Unable to take advantage of that one.
It might have been a warning or technical for Coach Phil Jones, I'm assuming.
I think it might have been. I didn't see it go any signal towards a player, so possibly a bench technical, but we will have the extra shot.
All right. Tinongi to Te Kuru.
Cuts the lead here to single digits. Waimea looking to get a stop and a score to end this quarter on a high note. Well, there's the stop. There's a great impressive block.
Te Taupari.
Impressive block right there. Now, can they come away with a great score at the other end? And as we see a replay here.
Massive block there.
Moore going vertical, playing straight up. Winning the ball back for Waimea, who at the start of this quarter.
Beautiful take. Smart, you know, they ran it early in the offense. It's just, there was 40 seconds on the clock at the time of starting that.
Yep,
so
a little 2-for-1 action.
Very smart 2-for-1 action there.
What I do like is that's the same action they got Jones on
yes,
earlier.
on the curl.
And they've gone back to it. They've had success twice with it. I'd like to see him run it a little more.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No, not at all.
Reed, downhill. At gather step once again. Karawe.
With a few seconds to go, can we see another deep three?
Oh, pure class is Jones. Pure class. He waited till the last minute. He saw the head of Reed turn and he went for the beautiful pull-up, Jays. We might be able to get a replay from our amazing cameraman if we could see that. Thanks, guys. Just the patience. Oh, gorgeous shot there as he bridges that gap to 5 points in it. Still anyone's game, as we spoke about earlier on. The winner of this game will advance directly to the preliminary, that's a hard word to say.
Just say prelim. The prelim final.
I like preliminary. Yeah, there we go. Quarterfinal tomorrow night, and whoever doesn't win this game, they will have a game, an additional game tomorrow morning. So both teams, still irrespective of the outcome of this game, will be able to advance onwards. But it's just the team that will get a bye in the morning. You know, that extra half-day rest can make a difference.
Yes, yes, indeed. But a very impressive quarter from Rosmini, winning that quarter, turning that around from a 4-point deficit into a 5-point lead. So right now, and a very high-scoring game too. So what we need to see from Waimea right now is probably knuckling down on some of those defensive possessions. They gave up a few offensive rebounds in that third quarter, and then possibly getting back to some of those actions that got them such easy looks.
Absolutely.
I know they were open shots, but there wasn't that same attack on the rim and kick out three that they had in the first half. And for Rosmini, they got to keep working. You know, they turned that into a great quarter just based on, I love the work Jakowski put in. Great on the glass, great defensively, and like you said, holding that seal and, you know, the coach's dream. Yeah,
absolutely. And both teams actually, they look really good when they get into their offensive sets, very much resembling, you know, pro caliber type basketball or college style of play, where it's very much, you know, the ball is moving through 3 to 4 sets of hands before the shot is going up most of the time. So both, you know, good systems at either school, and it's really cool to see just really high caliber basketball, and this is just a pool play game.
Yes, and as you mentioned, the quarters and prelims get into. See, I'm not trying to mess with that word. The
preliminary. There we go.
Preliminary quarters get in tomorrow morning, as you mentioned. As we got the official stopping the game, just a little bit of a reset. Maybe the clock started early.
Yep.
And in this situation, Waimea is going to want every second they can get.
Absolutely.
Dalton inbounds to Wiley.
As we see, Waimea are in that man-to-man matchup out of this, you know, break.
Reed on the up fake.
Unfortunately, no call there. Ke tāwhana whana te pōra, Jones. Ka rawe, Mama Noiho te kuru. Makes it look easy.
He does, and looks like he's doing that in slow motion. But
Yeah.
like I mentioned in that quarter break, I love that idea for Waimea to just get back on the rim, put some pressure on the Rosmini defense, put some pressure on the officials to make the call.
Absolutely.
And try and get a couple of these guys in foul trouble, as we see Wiley has done that here for Rosmini this possession.
Karawe. Pai tukuru tuku tuatahi. Pai tukuru tuku tuarua. So we see 1-2-2, three-quarter court press here from Rosmini, wanting to apply a bit of pressure as they drop back into their zone. Skip to the corner.
I like that attacking of the
Absolutely.
closeout and getting on the rim. Unfortunately, ball didn't hit the rim. They get that shot up in
Toru,
time.
Fifi, Toru, whakamiharo ana te rā kuru.
Cohen Williams.
He made his first shot of the game. He missed a couple in between there, but it could be the flow that he needs as we see that will be Rosmini possession. Oh no, Waimea.
Yeah, a little bit of a dropped it, fumbled it, picked it up, travelled, I believe was the call.
Gotcha.
As we see Dalton check out of the game.
Jones.
Wiley part of that group, part of the junior tall black group, sorry. Not the under 17 group.
No, Williams, that's exactly what he needs. Second in a row.
And sometimes you only need to see one go down.
Yeah. Wiley downhill. Oh, massive shot there from Wiley as he responds to those two kuruwhiwhi toru from Waimea.
Just an impressive comeback there from Wiley.
Absolutely.
Back-to-back triples from Williams, sorry.
Massive rebound there from Jones.
And just like the top of the table clash before this one on this same court, this game is turning into be what you would expect from a top of the table clash in these situations.
Absolutely. That was a tough finish, little in and out, crossover dribble to the left, off the glass. Reed showing his international experience there. As Jones, beautiful shot just off there. Kei te kōkiri whakamua Wiley. Oh, yeah.
Big block, unfortunately, the foul called there. Possibly on Waimea's number 15, blocking foul. As we saw a little shot of the Te Aroha boys getting ready for a semi-final, single A semi-final, coming up on this court after this game. Rosmini build that lead back to 3.
Oh, tough finish. Crafty move there.
Colin Williams has come alive in the fourth quarter.
He really has. You know, he's hit those two kuruwhiwhi toru, and then, you know, the defense is playing him high. So little shot fake, run it right to the basket. Beautiful finish as Wiley works that ball screen. Kicks it for the kuruwhiwhi toru. Jones with, look, could be a double-digit rebound game for Jones currently.
Well, Williams did a good job boxing out and keeping guys occupied on that one, as we see Williams turn the ball over. Great matchup here. Jones and Reed.
Karawe. All right.
Reed winning that battle.
As you can just see on that replay, beautiful spin from Reed. And just to get it up, draw the foul. He wahiki naine. You know, 1 point in it. Just over 6.5 minutes left. Still absolutely anyone's game.
And this is the battle. Do you try and you're one of these coaches? Do you try and motivate your guys with the possibility of a sleep in?
Teenage boys, yeah probably.
That could be a motivational tool. Hey guys, I know we got a big game. You know, we're through to a crossover game no matter what. But if you get this win, you get a sleep in.
Yeah. And a McFlurry tonight, perhaps. Maybe there's some extra stuff they need to throw on the top, but I don't think they will need to bribe these athletes. As you can tell, they're very much all wanting to compete and come away with this win. As you can see, Waimea are on 4 team fouls, which could be troublesome down the track as we approach the end of this 4th quarter. Rosmini, 0 team fouls this quarter.
I'm going to play devil's advocate and say, yeah, you're right. That is an issue, particularly with 6:41 on the clock. But if this game stays close and Rosmini need to foul, they possibly will want a couple stored. Not into the bonus, but just a couple.
Look, everyone needs a devil's advocate, eh?
Oh yeah.
That is you, Miles.
Thank you very much. Mine's generally Trent Adam when it comes to some of the coaching stuff. I give Trent a call in Japan and hey Trent, this is what I'm thinking. What do you think? And get his opinion. All those things as we see Reed come back after that timeout and knock that down. Lucky enough to be able to call on a man as wise as Trent Adam.
As Reed just long there, Bracey with the tūrapa.
Rosmini lead by 2.
Kei te Kimiro Utaki.
Jones on the rip.
Fiora Jones.
3 seconds left.
Tough shot. Great clock awareness though from Williams. Unable to convert that shot, but you know, he had to get it off as Tchaikovsky hands it off to Reed. Great seal again from Tchaikovsky. Doing so well holding that seal, Miles, as we see him there. Just pinning Jones.
Great little duck in.
Yeah, and you know what he does very well is I don't know if this is intentional. I think it is intentional because Tchaikovsky is a smart player. But the moment Jones turned his head, that's when you look to pin and seal, yes. And it's that split second, often in any opportunity, not just a pin and seal. When the moment that head turns, you can look to hold that seal, and that's exactly what he's done. And that's why he's just had 2 kurito tuku. Iwa meneti e toiana ki te mutunga o tēnei kēmu. Kuru whiwhi toru anō, au we, te ringa wera. Te ringa kuru. Williams yet again. Great response though from number 5 of Rosmini, Hunter Johns.
Little clapback action there.
Yep.
You score and we're back down your throat as quick as we can be.
That's why this game is so close. Each team responds. Kuru whiwhi toru. Mai te kona. Massive shot there.
And then just ties the ball game up.
Just like that, 82-82. Just over 5 minutes left here in this pool game, what feels almost like a semi-final caliber game right now.
Wiley coming off the handoff, getting into an action. Waimea had denied Reed, so he couldn't get the ball and put the ball in the hands of Johns there.
Right.
Able to put the ball on the floor, get to the rim and get to the foul line.
Right. Kua hamenetia a Wiley, te nama tuaroa o Rosmini. Tētahi atu anō kuru tautuku a Johns. Tata. Williams. Cabrera.
And that's the one, that's the 3 that I'm not a huge fan of, just because there hadn't been a whole lot of a threat of the paint touch there, and you know, it's a quasi good shot, but as you see, that rebound, a little bit, Jakowski, I believe, got called for that one, a little bit of a shove on the glass.
You will get those calls occasionally when you're an aggressive player like Jakowski. Wouldn't be too bad though, as he is a very strong player. We just see that.
Well, I'll take one of those.
Yeah, hard, you know, same.
Get, like, as a coach, if
that's
you
his
get
style
a foul,
of play.
If you're,
I'm fine with that.
If you get a foul because you're rebounding so hard, I'm definitely all right with that.
Oh,
Wiley with the push shot, ties it back up.
Te wharauta. Taku kupe mo floater e hama no reda. Ka aroha.
And I like this action here, trying to get Jones into the post. He's drawing so much attention. But right now, his teammates are stepping up.
Pai te reikuru a Adams. Little handoff action there. Jones.
Good verticality there from Jones.
There's some taupare there from Jones.
And it's the sign of a great team when one player is getting so much attention. As we see Wiley go from deep. Unable to connect, but Jones a big part of their offense. Rosmini's defense taking him away, and other teammates are stepping up.
Calling for the clear out. There's Jones. Oh, great job from Jakowski. He did well at packing in on defense. Didn't jump out too far, making it hard for Jones. It will be Waimea ball at the sideline, though, I believe.
And just that possession are making the change. So if there is another jump ball, that will go Rosmini's way.
Yeah. Just 2 points in it here, with just over 3 minutes left. It's been a good one, Miles.
It has been a great game, and the chess match that is unfolding here as we get to the end of the fourth. Referees having a chat, possibly about shot clock.
Yes.
Where the ball's taken out. There we go.
That shot clock has been reset to 14 seconds.
There you go. I do know something about the game sometimes.
Well done, Miles.
You get a gold star for that one.
I was the best getting a gold star in primary school, eh?
Oh, there you go. I didn't get many. I'm so old. I was at school when there was the cane. I got that a couple of times. Jones.
Oh,
pops.
Separation. Big rebound there from Reed.
And I love that Adams on the glass there, keeping everyone at pressure as we see a little middle get action.
Mo te kuru whiwhi toru. Tino angi too. Te kuru
Now,
beautiful.
The way the Wileys have shot the ball, you can't go under on that screen.
Absolutely not. Oh, massive finish there from Jones.
Trying to earn three the old-fashioned way.
Yep. As you can just see, a beautiful pick and roll. Look there to Jones inside. Manages to finish that.
I love the adjustment Coach Phil Jones has made, turning Hayden Jones into a screener. Getting him to set that pick, be the roll guy. They tried to get him on a post-up earlier.
Yep.
As we see a timeout called. I believe by Coach Phil Jones.
What are you seeing out there, Miles?
A great game of basketball right now. This is back and forth, and this means a lot to both these schools.
Yep. Once again, speaking to the caliber of both teams, you haven't really seen a team go on a run of more than probably 8 points. So, you know, the one scoring and then someone's responding, or another team scoring and someone else is responding. So, yeah, they are not allowing, you know, any team to just make too many runs and then the game's an absolute blowout. This has been an absolute back and forth, and with only 1 point in it with just under 3 minutes left, still anyone's game. We've been pretty much saying that most of the time.
Yeah, Waimea right now have the chance to extend this lead to 2 after this timeout. Jones got a free throw to come. And I believe he's just getting a little bit of medical attention over there on the bench. A little bit of tape going to the hand from the vantage point that we have.
It looks like he's still all good, but yes, did just get some tape.
And, you know, with those white uniforms, the little bit of blood shows up on those. And you got to sub out.
Yes.
And right now, with just under 3 to play, that is not a great time. Not a great time to have to sub out because someone's bleeding on you.
Absolutely. Tino Pai, Tikuru Totoku Jones. (89-87), Waimea College in the lead. Oh, great job. Jakowski, such a presence inside for this Rosmini team.
And I love that.
And a steal.
The pass from Dalton, I really liked.
Yep. Reed.
Great seal from Jakowski on the last one. Dalton had to get him on the perfect pass.
89 apiece.
Here's Jones setting that screen again.
Right.
Jakowski with the pressure.
Tetahi hara. Atinama rua. Waimea. I believe that was on Rogers that fell from where I could see.
It was, I believe. I think you're correct. And that's going to send, you know, you mentioned not that long ago, Rosmini heading to the charity stripe.
Yeah.
With Waimea in the bonus.
You know, this is an opportunity for Rosmini to draw as many fouls as they can while Waimea is in the bonus. As Wiley knocks down that second Kurutotuku, giving Rosmini that 1 point lead.
Coach Jones makes a change. The chess match continues.
E te tāwhana te poro. Whiua kia Jones. Whiua ki te corner.
And that length and athletic ability of Jameer Reed.
Massive two-upper there from Reed.
Yeah, able to snap that rebound up.
Yep.
Just a 2 point lead for Rosmini as we get to 90 seconds on the clock. Dalton.
On the floor.
But we'll go to the line.
Yet again. Rosmini doing a good job at staying aggressive as Dalton will head to the Pai Kurutotuku. Mo erua ngā kuru. Now it's the first one.
Dalton, clutch shooter.
Clutch shooter.
Just over 90 seconds to go.
And the second one rolls in.
Gets them both.
As Rosmini now have a 4 point lead. Just though under a minute and a half left in this fourth quarter.
And in terms of this game, 4 points is huge.
Riley. Good patience there as Rosmini look to just use the time. Dalton, turn around. And two-upper as well.
Rebound.
Just off his foot though as Waimea get possession. Just 50 seconds left here in this game. Good defense from Reed.
Waimea to try and get a score right now. Any score will do.
Oh, Karawe. Jones so good at drawing that foul
And
as he drives.
That's the best result right now because you get to go to the line and score without the clock going.
Tino angitu, te mea tuatahi.
3-point game. Jones, another free throw to come. Chance to cut it to 2.
Whāteko hia kona e toi ana. Pai te mea tuarua, Jones. Yep, guys, Miles is standing up now, as am I. I'm going to stand as well because 2 points. We have a game.
Jakowski unable to hand that off. It goes back door.
Yet again, beautiful pass from Reed to Jakowski. He has been so good on that seal, has Jakowski. That is, I think that's his 3rd or 4th seal he's gotten just like that.
Well, I love the feed. First one on Jakowski's seal was from Dalton. Almost passes the ball as well as his brother Charlie. But then on that last one, Jameer Reed, just able to get that elbow catch, and Jakowski doing a power of work down low, physical, great seal, and 4-point lead, 29.2.
You can tell that Rosmini were very well drilled in that play because Reed knew before he even caught it where Jakowski was going to be. And that comes with that time and that chemistry as you play with other players. You know, yourself being a bit of a hooper yourself, Miles. You know, you can just see Reed knew he was going to be there, and great slip, seal, Jakowski, massive job inside. But yeah, that chemistry, that comes with time.
And some repetitions.
And repetition.
And you can see that they've repped that over and over and over again.
Yep, as they've just pushed that lead to 4 points. 29 seconds left. Both teams undefeated so far in this National Secondary Schools competition. We're still in pool play, but tomorrow we will start to get to the business end of things.
I know. And
Day 4.
Well, it's the business end of things right now coming up after this game. What another exciting game.
Yes.
A semi-final in the A boys. And then tomorrow we get into the final for the A boys and girls, followed by some quarterfinal action.
Jones draws the hara.
And that is a great take, nice and quick. Gets on the rim. Dalton putting his body on the line. My question is, who's taking the most charges out of the Dalton crew?
Oh, golly. Another question I don't know the answer to there, Miles.
Charlie, I know you're listening and tuning in. Who's taking the most charges? Send me a message.
Please send him a message, otherwise he's going to keep asking our viewers at home.
Hey, I'm going to keep asking questions that no one knows the answer to. It's always fun.
Just 24 seconds left here in this game. Jones at the line. He will have 2 Kurutautuku left. Pai te mea tuatahi.
That's clutch. Ice in the veins. Can he make another one?
Ice in the veins.
Charlie comes back with an answer. It's Charlie. Here we go. 24.7. Waimea need any stop they can, and quickly.
To Wiley. Job at breaking that press. Waimea knew that they had to foul early.
No timeouts left for Waimea. Rosmini still have 2.
Where's Rosmini? We'll go to the line for 2. Smart play. They knew they had to foul.
And possibly one of the better guys to foul with the Wiley brothers shooting the ball so well. Jakowski doing a great job inside. Let's see what his free throws are like. Oh.
Hey, don't sleep on him.
Oh, I'm not. I am not at all.
Having a game.
But you got a couple of shooters there.
Absolutely.
Those are the guys you don't want to foul.
Wiley brothers, absolutely not. Fantastic shooters are those brothers. Oh, great shot there. Jakowski is absolutely coming in clutch here at the end of this game. As we see the Kuruwhiwhi Turu fly just off there. And again, just off as Reed pulls in a massive toot-upper there. The Rosmini bench is up. They've got matching towels. They're waving. They're flexing. Shot cameraman, you're capturing
and you couldn't,
all the bros.
If you're Waimea, that's 2 really good looks at it.
Yep.
And that's two. You're not going to get a better look right there, particularly that one off the offensive rebound. A chance to cut that lead to 1. But now Reed, can he extend this lead a little more?
And, you know, we talk about stats as Reed nails that first one, that stats that don't always get, you know, the highlight reels, and it's often rebounds that down the track are the difference maker. Reed got that rebound, got the foul, and he's pushing that lead to now still 5 points here as James.
That's not a bad miss. Starts the clock. They got to dribble that length of the court.
Oh, great block from Wiley. As Rosmini come away with the win. Cameraman, please pan to the team as they are stoked with that win.
They are indeed. That's a big win. Gives them a little sleep in tomorrow.
Right.
And they got a chance to move on.
Nō reira, ko tai tātou ki te mutunga o tēnei kēmu. Guys, fantastic game. Rosmini just coming away with the win, 98-93 over Waimea. Fantastic game from this team. As I mentioned earlier, Miles, very much semi to final caliber type game that we just watched. So that will mean Rosmini will automatically advance, getting a bye tomorrow morning, and Waimea will be playing a game. Thankfully, both teams still advance,
yes,
which is good because both are very high caliber teams. But congratulations to Rosmini coming away with the win, and all the best for Waimea as they will play in that game tomorrow morning. Nō reira e hoa mā, kia mau tonu mai. We will be back very shortly.
What's there?
A quick turnaround today. Get through this walkthrough of 5-0. Shoot. Yeah, let's go.
It's awesome, man. You know, 7 months out, you know, I was just dying to get back on the court. But yeah, here now, playing again, you know, love it. You know, I missed it that whole 7 months. I was just itching to get on the court. But yeah, looking to help the team get through and advance.
It has been one whale of a game, a lot of fun, very competitive, but in the end, a big scoreline. USA win at 99-72 over New Zealand.
Yeah, we just got to be clinical on the small things. You know, they're definitely at the pinnacle of basketball. We've always been classed as underdogs, and you know, we just go out there and play our hardest. And you know, we're a small nation, but we're big at heart for sure. And we know that it's only us there. You know, last night felt like a away game, so you know, I feel like every game will feel like that. And we just got to go out there and show everyone that, you know, we can run with everyone at the top.
I think firstly we just have to see the reality and see things how they really are. Like we competed very well against you know, one of the best teams in the world last night against Team USA, but like I've really said, at the end of the day the reality is it's a loss.
1-7 to 3-5. Proceed, patron sections 101 to 1.
So it means we have to win in these next two games, and the beauty of that is that there's lots to get better at in the next 48 hours. We have to address that very ruthlessly, and you know, it's about being a very quick learner. The pressure side of things, it's easy when you just kind of really get consumed in the process, you know what I mean? You kind of put your, I don't know what the word is, the blinkers on, you know what I mean? And just look forward, be very process driven, consumed in the processes. You kind of don't have a lot of time to think about the bullshit like the media or outside expectations, you know? Our expectations or my expectations of myself and the team are kind of greater than theirs anyway, because I believe we can do something special.
Great win for us, keeps us in the hunt. There's no risk game unless we've got this in the goodness. Great job, proud of you. The recovery starts immediately. Head's sorted. Watch this game later on. Get some sleep and recovery. You good? Here we go.
Congrats, PC, on your first World Cup win.
Yeah!
Due to the fucking Moaka Tina.
Tina!
Yeah.
This is an opportunity that we can't pass on.
E te ti e te tā, nau mai rā ki tēnei pāhotanga poi tukohu a whakaata Māori mo te whakataitai poi tukohu o ngā kuratuaroa o te motu. Kei konei mātou kei te whare kore tinana a Fly Palmy Arena, te wainga nui o te Papaioia. Ko Keila Manuerangi tōku ingoa, ko Greg Elliott tēnei, ko maua e tahi autaua o te kemu e whai ake nei. Greg, what game do we have ahead of us?
Just always blown away there, Kayla, with your introductions. You are, the mana in you is bountiful. We've got Aquinas College versus Te Aroha College here in a huge matchup. Coach Poki Linden there against our good friend Ben Taggart there down for Aquinas. And hey, look, before we get going, there's something I want to touch on. I had a beautiful korero earlier with Megan from the Te Aroha College. I just want to address, just in case at home you see something there on the sideline, it is none other than a tragedy that has occurred. We have lost the lovely Charlie Wahanui, passed away sort of just before the regionals, forever 17. Kayla, just a bit more information on the iwis there and the background of Charlie.
Ko tainui tōna waka, ko waikato mani o ploto Ngāti Parau o nei iwi. Ngāti whakamaru rangi me te ao tawa ririrangi o ngā hapu. Mō tako tōna marae, no Raglan ia, and we just want to acknowledge the passing of such a beautiful soul. Before we get into this live stream, just sending all of our love out to Te Whānau Pani. It's been a month since the passing of a beloved teammate of these boys, and very much treasured, and he was really much looking forward to playing alongside his teammates at his first nationals. So we just wanted to send all of our love to the whānau at this time, and just pay tribute to what was a beautiful soul of Charlie Wahanui.
100%. Kayla, we'll come back to Charlie there and touch more on that, but I'll let you run through Te Aroha College lineup.
So we have Mānea Heke, Paraka Maina, Mangi Mana, Vince Linden, Trevor Greaves, Kaylin DeProse, Luke Nonu, Mason DeProse, Legend McLaren, Isaiah Anderson, Harry McLaughlin, Denzel Morkina, Teddy Grace, coached by Puke and Tash Linden there.
And on the other side of things, for Aquinas College, we've got Michael Wade, Tom Durand, CJ Flavel, Kaimani Moana, James Prince, Luka Mahi, Isaiah Barry, Dan Day, Yam Benedict, Tabu Long, Zachariah Bauer, Nat Jardin, and as I said, coached by Ben Taggart and the infamous assistant coach Alex Stojakovic.
Kia ora e ohai. Yes, we are in semi-final. Hey, and while we have it on the screen, massive thanks to our Kaiwa Waonga referees, Elijah and Austin. Thank you to all the refs that have made this tournament so enjoyable. As we enter in the semi-final matchup, semi-final number one for single A schools. So we have first in Pool A, which was Aquinas. They have gone undefeated this tournament. They are 4-0. And then we have Te Aroha College, who are 4-1. They did lose to Ngātai Aotea Wharikura in their last pool game, but managed to come away with the win over Katikati College quite comfortably in their prelim semi-final, which was earlier today. So 2 very strong teams vouching for a spot in the grand final for the single A schools tomorrow. As you can see, the Cransland couple waving in the background. Shout out to the Cranslands.
Hey, I'll tell you what, even behind them, we've seen our first sign in the crowd. We've got some pom-poms as well. Aquinas College, all the way from the mighty Tauranga region, and the support crew seems to have come with. The trailer has been hitched to the caravan, and things you love to see. I tell you what, when you are playing, Kayla, it's always good to have friends, family, and just support in general. It's
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know, Aquinas College are coming for redemption. As Drake would say, redemption is on my mind. Didn't mean to quote Drake on a live stream. Sorry, everyone at home, for having to hear that. But they did come second last year in the Single A Nationals. I had the honour of watching some of these Aquinas players play for Tauranga in the under-18 Nationals, the likes of Kaimani and Flavel, also Michael Wade as well, representing Tauranga in the under-18 Nationals. And, you know, on the other side, we have Mane Hike from Waikato, who has been a member of the New Zealand Junior Tall Blacks, played for Waikato Basketball and represented also at the under-20 Nationals. So we have quite a high calibre of athletes on the court at the time.
Yeah, I got to have a nice little D&M, a little korero with Coach Ben Taggart, and he said he might be looking to move up into the AA next season, looking a couple of off-season signings. We'll keep close to the ground there on that one, but yeah, could be a good experience. I think it was Manukura that had the option of staying with in A and decided to go up to AA.
I was just going to speak on that, as you said, Greg. Te Kurakaupapa Māori, we have Manukura, who from both the Tāne and the Wahine side have opted to go to a AA. So essentially the difference here we have a single A school, meaning if you're a co-ed, you have 600 students or less, you are a single A school, or if you're a single sex, you will have 300 students or less. So these are our small schools. And so for small schools, you know, you mentioned Manukura, going into the AA schools, matching up against schools like, you know, you've got your Rosmanees or your Westlakes that have 2,000 to 3,000 pupils. It's phenomenal that our smaller schools are able to compete with our AAs. And it looks like we're just waiting for something on the bench.
What am I, if I may, Kayla, I know we touched on the passing of Charlie Wahanui. I got some more information.
Oh, yes, please.
If I can just take the time to address that Charlie is a very valued member of Te Aroha Senior Boys. He started playing in the under-13s and absolutely loved being coached by none other than Poki and Tash Linden. As I said, we'll keep mentioning Charlie along the broadcast. A few more things I want to touch on, but the action has begun here.
It has. Kei te Kimiro Taki.
Everything on the line here. Kayla, the Marbles, who wants a place in the final?
Kei te kōkiri whakamua off level. Whiua te poro ki te kona.
And this is why we play, Kayla.
Absolutely.
It's a chance to advance and get some silverware for the kura.
Kaimani with a beautiful kuru to start the game off. And as you said, yes, Greg, pressure is a privilege. That's saying it is. People play for opportunities to play in a grand final. So both teams will be given everything they have to advance as we're embarking on this semi-final number one for our boys single A schools.
Oh, embarking. I feel like I need to strap in.
Strap in.
It's going to be a big one here.
Buckle
on the
in.
Main court too. Just where it needs to be.
Te Tahihara, as you can see, the Te Aroha bench up already out of their seats. We love to see it.
What is also interesting about Te Aroha is that they have 4 year 10s in the team, affectionately known as the Paw Patrol. 3 year 11s and 4 year 13s. So,
Paw Patrol.
Yeah, if the Paw Patrol gets out there.
Sounds vicious. As Lyndon. Jaws the ara no reira kaharia ki te pai kuru tautaku mo erua ngā kuru.
Now, if that's the Paw Patrol, imagine the rest of them and maybe known as the big dogs.
Puppy dogs.
And we see none other than, is that Vince Linden at the line?
Both his parents are his coaches. Has an older brother that also was a very talented basketball player.
And sporting the bleach there, or even the sun-in. Matches the uniform a bit. I like
good,
that.
Feel good.
Yeah.
As that second Kurutautuku just drops in.
If you need a little piece of video footage about look good, feel good, check out Kayla Manarangi's socials
rubbish.
if you want to see a day in the life of a commentator.
Guys.
Some incredible footage there. So not only is Basketball New Zealand putting out some incredible, amazing, the clips that they've managed to capture, Kayla Manarangi too.
No,
Don't
Greg.
sleep on her.
This is about our rangatahi today, as Aquinas are looking for a basket.
Nice drive.
Beautiful drive over the top.
And Michael Wade rewarded the C's part of there and took it hard to the top.
Tētahi hara kua hamenetia Arlington. That will be an offensive push-off foul. I got the privilege of being able to watch some of these Aquinas games early on in the tournament, Greg, and they do like to pressure full court. They often make other teams play at a faster pace than they usually would, which then can lead to more turnovers than usual. So this Te Aroha College team will be looking to handle that pressure.
Hey, when you have the ability to dial up the pressure, as you said, sometimes can force the other team into making some mistakes, or at the very least, it eats into the shot clock, leaves your opposition with less time to get into the flow, get into their offense. So when done correctly, the full court press, lethal.
Absolutely. As Flavel, kōrero e aia te pōro. Engari kia mautonu te pōro a tauranga. Te kapa a tauranga Aquinas.
Baraka Maina just came off the shin there. Sees the poru off to Aquinas.
Ko moana, tino toa tēnei kai Takaro. As he converts that, draws the foul for the and one. He will have one Kurutautuku to come.
As we see a replay here, Ko moana using the size, deceptive speed as well.
Yep.
Sometimes see a man of the physical stature. Expect maybe a certain kind of pace. We kicks in the fourth gear and we can turn over.
Level with the steal. Beautiful finish there from their point guard, Michael Wade. As you can see, that full court pressure Aquinas is putting on this Te Aroha College team.
As you said, it is one impressive full court press.
Right, tētahi hara.
And some schools, you know, they haven't faced, you know, that sort of pressure, and it's always good to see, especially at the start of the game, just to see how the opposition can handle that.
Absolutely.
You know, reaping the fruits of their labour. Aquinas out to a 9-1 lead as
Maina, mai te papa muri, ka rawe tērā, reikuru.
Much needed pakete there.
Absolutely, as Flavel from deep. Aquinas possession still, Kaimani, strong drive, draws the hara. No, that will be, I believe, a foul on the floor, Greg.
Kaimani again using his strength and speed.
Absolutely.
Gets the harm. Another foul there.
Mai te pai pito, koira te kupimo baseline. Pai pito. Oh, ka rawe a tahua rawa tu te rakuru. As Aquinas push that lead. 11-3, good start for them.
Oh, I tell you what, Kayla, it's going to
Tell
be
me, Greg, tell me.
a long day for the ball handlers here for Te Aroha College. I tell you what, it might come the way of maybe some of their lesser ball handlers. They might need to get it out of their hands and just ensure that none of the 8-second
Yes, absolutely.
violations are broken. Look at that.
That will be tētahi hara. Wade. That will be a foul on Wade, as both teams already on what looks like 3 team fouls quite early on here in this first quarter.
Not only is it that feeling out process between two teams, it's also sort of getting an understanding of how the referees are going to call the game. And just getting to know what you can and cannot do, because you need to mould what you're doing around what the team and GJ Gardner-Gray are doing or calling.
TK, as we see Linden off the glass. Beautiful putback there. Wade, kia kaimani. Ahuaroa tērā kuru, engari. Kia kaha e tama.
He's not shy as Kaimani Komwana to get him up. That's what we like to see. Commentated on other courts prior to this, Kayla, and Lepo from St Kitts.
Cooper.
Yeah, Cooper Lepo went sort of about 0 from 9, but you know, just next play mentality. If it doesn't go down.
He dropped 30 that game, let me guess.
No.
Look, he will the next one then.
Oh, impressive. Trust me, it's the second St Kitts game. Oh,
speaking of impressive, Mai Te Papamuri off the glass. Beautiful finish there. As, look, Te Aroha do a really good job at breaking that press there.
Oh, unfortunate under the tupper.
Good look, though. And that's something that breaks a full court press like that, is passing. The coach would always say passing beats dribbling. Here's me dribbling up the entire court.
Here we go on a replay. Oh, yep. Takes one on the chest. That previous position on the spin cycle, though, I really hope at the Airbnb, Kayla, the washing machine will provide a spin cycle like that. Impressive.
It's silly o'clock. Greg is cracking jokes, Ehoama. As we see a little timeout there, I do hope the spin cycle is as good as that one, though, Greg.
Hey, 13-5, Aquinas. I always like to delve into the mind of my guy, none other than Ben Taggart, just part of the Tauranga Tupu team. So I'm going to give him the credit that can. Play a bit of Puitakohu himself. So really good coaching stuff from both sides. What do you think's being said? And I think now we've got the camera on Te Aroha.
Yep. I think a big thing for Te Aroha, as I'm sure Coach Linden will be talking with the lads about how to break that full court pressure. That is very much a strength of this Aquinas team. They do, as I said earlier, they do like to make the offense play at a much quicker pace, rush their decisions. You see lots of turnovers, teams being forced into turnovers with that full court pressure. So for this Te Aroha team, you know, just finding gaps and being able to break that full court press with passing, and for Aquinas continuing to apply that pressure as they are doing so well.
Beautifully said, Kayla. Always good to delve into your mind as well. Good to know what you're thinking.
You too, Greg.
You don't want to go into that mind. But everything, as we see, none other than CJ Flavel.
Pai te mea tuatahi. And I just want to highlight as well, Te Aroha College did not qualify for this tournament last year, yet they've already made a semi-final. So a massive, massive achievement they've already done in qualifying, and let alone making a semi-final. So I'm sure all of their whānau at home are really, really proud to see all their rangatahi here playing. Beautiful pass down low, just fell through their hands, but he will shoot that kuru whiwhi toru. Great look there as he used that shot fake to get separation. Just quite can't convert.
And as we touched on earlier as well, for Te Aroha, so good though. They've got 4 year 10s and 3 year 11s. So, you know, they're going to keep their core. Necessarily they'll lose some pieces, but essentially the core will be retained. And hopefully, Kayla, I get to see you again in 2025 and we can do it all over again.
We love a week long of basketball. We've got, you know, 3 courts being live streamed over the span of 6 days. So it's a full week of basketball here, and very cool to be there. And as you were talking about, you know, having quite a large number of young guys, we often talk about, you know, when you've got, example, college teams recruiting, they talk about building years. And, you know, if this is a building year for Te Aroha with such a young group, they are doing so well, and it's going to be very encouraging when those younger players, you know, they've got 1 or 2 more years under their sleeve to play together and build on that program. As we see a little travel call there for Michael Wade.
And not only doing that with mana and passion, Te Aroha doing it for Charlie Wahanui, who sadly has passed away and cannot be with us. And I'll tell you what, Charlie, cheeky by nature, awesome teammate, so looking forward to his first nationals, as you touched on with his bros. You know, it was a real beautiful moment prior to the game. Charlie's parents came and the team were unaware of this, and the team absolutely flocked to the parents, and it was a beautiful moment. And just really just want to reiterate how I just love the tribute that they have Charlie with them forever, 17 and on the bench as we get back into the action here, Kayla.
Absolutely.
Shots
Kuru
up.
Fifi Toru. Good look there from number 13, Luke Nonu. Tetahi hara.
I'd love to see Luke Nonu on the fast break if he can get out in transition. Impressive here.
Absolutely. Famous last name too.
And yeah, when you flip the script, none other than CJ Flavel. And it won't be the first time we see him at the charity stripe. Likes to be aggressive, attack the tapa.
Right. CJ Flavel has had 2 31-point games in this tournament so far, so we do know that when he starts scoring, he can get on a roll.
It just seems like a Flavel thing to be one with the pakete. As that full court press seems to have just fallen back a little bit. Huge screen there.
Massive screen.
Well, I've just come from a call with 3 back-to-back moving screen calls. I tell you, the only person moving there was the ball carrier, Luke Nonu. Woo! The big fella. And that's why they wear mouth guards, isn't it, Kayla? Tell you what, the local dentists will be devastated. They would have lost a lot of business. Here we go.
You can just see.
Boom. Plays of the week or hits of the week. I'll tell you what, that would have featured. I hope Luke Nonu plays a plethora of other sports as well, because that physicality would be greatly appreciated. Might have copped 3 to 4 weeks in the NRL for that one, Luke Nonu, but we carry on here. Kayla Haidamai, welcome back.
Sorry, guys. Yep, I'm back. As Flavel managed to just get a beautiful steal there and finish at the rim, pushing that lead out to 10 points as we have just under 4 minutes left here in this first quarter of our men's single A semi-final. Tētai hara.
Yeah, I felt bad there for Manaia Heke. Not only did he get the big inohora put onto the backside, none other than Flavel took the portal, stole the lunch money, went the full length of the court, finished at the tapa.
Someone turn this man's mic off. Gosh.
Hey, but it's good to see Isaiah Anderson at the line.
Kaore he angitu te mea tuatahi, engari, tētahi anō.
Horace Grant-esque Isaiah Anderson with the protective eyewear.
Nice shot there from Anderson as he nails that second one. Tara applying that three-quarter court pressure.
Yeah, Coach Pox has said, hey, I see what you're doing, and
I like to take a page out of that book. As Kaimani, strong move underneath. You know, we talked about Flavel having 2 31-point games. Kaimani has also had a 31-point game in this. Big part of this team.
We replay here. Would love to know actually, Kayla, the real word for replay.
Anō?
Anō.
Again?
Anō.
Anō? Yeah.
Oh,
I must need to check that one though, Ilha, as Kaimani nails that kuru tautoko.
So Ponde Ono from Rihanna. There's high pick and roll here from Te Aroha. Skies a Fifi Toro does none other than Vince Linden.
Engari, he hara, tera. That is a foul. That will be 2 shots now.
An
Kaimani.
interesting, sorry to cut you off there, we're interesting.
Super rude.
Yeah, I know, but I just wanted to maybe wonder, hey, I know you said that we've got Vince and Hooks. I wonder if they play a bit of one-on-one, and I tell you what, as you grow up, to beat your father is huge.
Absolutely.
However, it's one thing to beat your old man who doesn't even touch a portal. It's another thing to play an ex-NBL legend in Pukelinda.
Exactly. Exactly.
Interesting to know how the one-on-ones go.
Look, I'm sure there's a bit of bully ball in the backyard happening. Hey, look, I'm sure Tash would get amongst this. She was a tall fern legend. Tash legend? Legend.
Tash legend.
Look, just call her Tash legend.
Hey, they do have legend McLaren on the squad for Te Aroha as well in the 9 singlet.
Oh, beautiful kuru peke. Just off as Lyndon pulls in that big tūrapa. Oh, Katahia, no.
Just what the doctor ordered. Kayla, not only 2 points, but the chance for Toru.
Great job there from Lyndon. Talk about rebounds and them turning into second chance opportunities, and that's exactly what Lyndon has done for his team. Second chance opportunity and potentially a third in this kuru tautaku as he shoots.
All around the tapa. And now unlucky, we see none other than Michael Wade bringing up the portal.
Wade, kia kaimani. Huri, no, kaimani. Karaweke.
The big fella may have done some ballet at some stage because that was a beautiful pirouette.
Did you just roll your pirouette?
Yeah, I know.
Pai tō reo e hoa. As that will remain in Te Aroha possession there. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Just under 3 minutes left in the first quarter here, Greg.
Sorry, the Tuhoemi just took over.
Matua Tuhoe.
Kayla, as what inbounds position have we got drawn up here by Coach Lyndon, or coaches Lyndon? They're lending their support, that's for sure, to the Te Aroha team. Very vocal on the bench.
Wade, resembling D Wade. Can't convert that last one.
I like that.
Long lost son, perhaps.
Yeah, the wild days. As we see, Poraka Maina up the top of the key. Ball getting kicked around the horn.
Beautiful. Look, there is Lyndon yet again. Brings in the tūrapa, gets his teammates off the bench. They're loving it.
Give me that, says Lyndon. And Te Aroha. Oh, there.
I feel like 1 minute he was laying it up and the next he was just fully up for the next rebound. Was Kaimani as he nails another shot, pushing Aquinas out 26-12.
Yeah, Komoana has been none other than spectacular so far in this first quarter. As we see Waraka Maina to the free throw line, but just touching on Komoana, the spin, the soft touch, the brutality though, committing to the offensive tūrapa.
Very mindful.
But everything. Nowhere.
Pai te mea tuarua. Maina. As we see a 2-2-1 three-quarter court press here from Te Aroha, trying to apply some pressure and speed this Aquinas offense up as a foul is called. As you can just see on that replay.
Te Aroha players saying, hey, look, I got the hands up, but it's the hip check there.
Hip check, yep.
You can have your hands up as much as you like, but if you're going to put a hip-to-hip contact, you're going to hear the whistle blow. What is a whistle? I don't look at you every time to try and get
yeah, I'm like,
it's like you're the Māori dictionary.
Call me Tiaka.
There's just so much knowledge.
No, I'm very much just the learner, very much, but an awesome opportunity for Kata Māori streaming all of these games. So he mihi mahano ki kia koutou for Kata Māori mo tēnei pāhotanga poi tūkohu. Such an awesome platform. We can, try and champion Te Reo Māori as well. It should be Mahuri Māori every month, Te Hoa Mā.
Oh, we are blessed with the best, not only on the court, but up here in the booth.
Oh, beautiful drive there. Ooh. Unlucky finish, but a beautiful move as Kaimani brings in that beautiful pop pass with the follow through. Kaimani. Whakamiharo ana tōna mahi.
The big fella can do a bit of everything. Gets the fast break, pushes the pace. You know, teammate goes up for the layup, doesn't quit on the play and follows up on the offensive tūrapa and gets the pakete.
Korido e aia te poro, no reira, ka whakawhiti te poro kia Aquinas College as we have 32 seconds left here in the first. Aquinas with a 15-point lead over Te Aroha.
I can't believe still we're in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Kayla, I feel like a lot of basketball has been played and we've seen
really
a lot
high
of
scoring. Yeah. On track for maybe a little 100-piece there.
Look to probably hold the poro here, get one last shot. Don't let Aquinas have another bite of the apple.
Lendon, beautiful finish at the glass. No foul call, but he doesn't need it because he finishes as we have 2 seconds left on the clock. Koru whiwhi toru. Ko tātātou ki te mutunga o tēnei hauwha tuatahi ko te piro Aquinas. Rua tekau mā iwa kia te piro Te Aroha tekau mā iwa. Oh no, sorry.
And we did
I'm really
see
challenging myself with doing these numbers in te reo Māori as it's not just doesn't just come super quick. But look, 29-16. What are you seeing out there, Greg?
Well, we saw Aquinas shoot out to a 9-1 advantage at one stage there, and Te Aroha being able to start to get some points on the board. What I think really troubled them was how Aquinas come out and their full court press really was dialed up from the get-go. Sometimes you see that sort of later on in the game. May have surprised a bit, some of the Te Aroha players that just straight from the bat, full court press, turned into a few, turnovers which led to transition buckets, which has gone a long way as to why Aquinas College has kicked on to 29 points. As you just touched on, a huge first quarter scoring match, 29-16. However, I've seen enough from the likes of Vince Linden as an example that I feel like they've regained their composure and now they're going to start eating into this lead. It's going to be about, can Aquinas build on this lead or can Te Aroha start to get some stops? And we saw, Kayla, Te Aroha start to introduce their own full court press.
Yep. Picking up three-quarter court, 2-2-1 pressure is Te Aroha. Taking a page from the Aquinas book. As you see, with seeing all tournament with Aquinas, they like to speed the other teams up, applying pressure. And they always talk about in coaching, defense leads to offense, and that's exactly the strength of this Aquinas team. But with the Te Aroha, they've been really aggressive on the offensive end and doing a good job at handling that pressure now as we come into the second quarter. So it will be exciting to see how both teams respond and whether this margin gets bridged even further. We've currently got a 13-point differential, not 30, not 30. And whether Te Aroha will claw that back to single digits before we head into the half.
Yeah, a real pivotal point of the game. I know it's only the start of the second quarter, but if Te Aroha can string a couple of stops together, and a couple of paketes at the other end, on the offensive end, I should say, as what we see, none other than is that Michael Wade again?
Aye, Mama Noiho te reikuru Wade. Beautiful finish there. Whiua ki te kona. Mo te kuru whiwhi toru.
Yeah, unlucky there, just off the tapa from legend McLaren.
Korido i aia te poro, great steal there as Te Aroha get possession back and just walk it up the court, looking to get into their sets.
I'm liking the movement.
Absolutely, a little flare action there.
Definitely well coached, both sides. And off the two rapper leading to the bucket there. Kaylin Dipros.
Oh, good rip.
Dipro's rangy as well. Nearly got his hand in there into the passing. Oh, no. It just goes wrong there. Manaia Heke looking for the streaking Isaiah Anderson, and just a bit of a miscommunication, little breakdown.
Yep. So I guess one of those things as the lane runner, making sure you go wide and you've always got your head on a swivel. Often that can happen in transition if you're running ahead, you're not really sure what's coming behind. So just a little out of bounds there for Te Aroha as Wade brings the ball up, looking to get Aquinas into their action.
One of the many things I do love about commentating with you, Kayla, is not only are you speaking everything into what you're saying, it's the hand action, it's the movement, it's, you know, I tell you what, you need your own camera on you. Yeah, like it's, I tell you what, you must be exhausted after doing a few games.
Hurt.
Yeah, it's like you're out there.
Look, I'll try and speak with my hands just rested, but I can't when you see great basketball like that, as number 5 of Te Aroha College Minor just makes that beautiful finish off the glass there.
Yeah, and just like that, it is an 11-point gap.
Flavel.
Tell you what, the catchphrase here is, it's time to shine. I tell you what, Flavel, when the lights are bright, and I tell you what, they are at their brightest here on the main court. Flavel.
Fifi Tonu. He responds to the call.
Baraka. We like it.
Flavel, shot fake. Beautiful use of that shot flake. Oh my goodness.
Is this
3
the Wild
possessions
West?
back to the back. It is the Wild West.
We've got a shootout, Kayla.
We do. Will there be another Kuru Fifi Turu response? What a beautiful series of basketball we just saw.
A lot of action up the top of the key, isn't there, for this?
All right, he hara.
Always interesting when you see the whistle go and you see Aquinas calling for the extension of the forearm as we see a replay.
They like that flare action.
Yeah, so
Lyndon drives.
Aquinas looking for the forearm and Te Aroha looking for the contact. Yeah, a little, hey, as you're giving us the, I wish the people at home could see it, because they're probably like, what are you talking about? But I tell you what, the forearm of Kayla Maru Irarangi, people know all about that in the Poetakohu circles in the Waikato region in particular.
As Flavel, back to the important game here. Flavel in transition, just loses the handle there, but it will remain as Aquinas basketball. Whitu miniti, e toi ana ki te mutunga, o tēnei haurua tuatahi. Flavel draws the hara. That will be 3 Kuru Tautuku.
And when you're chasing again there, I know we're at 14 points, but you don't want to be fouling a jump shooter. One of the age-old quotes they have in Poetakohu is, don't foul a jump shooter, but hey, look, maybe the basketball gods rewarding or showing some aroha to Te Aroha. The missed free throw there by CJ Flavel. We don't want to give it the commentator's curse, but he's got 2 more opportunities at the stripe. Oh, off the front of the tupper again.
Off the front of the rim.
I like the bounce. You know, get yourself sorted your balance and then let it fly.
You can always tell good free throw shooters that have the same free throw routine before every shot, irrespective of if, you know, it takes a couple more seconds. It's that rhythm that shooters find themselves in. Beautiful drive there from Heke.
Yeah, Te Aroha lucky there. You know, missed opportunity for Aquinas to add another, at least 3 to the total. And the big dog.
Kei te kōkiri whakamua. Karawe holds on to the handle, manages to make that nice put back, does Luka. Pushing that lead out to now 16 points for Aquinas.
Yeah, Mehi there. Nice finish at the rim. Sort of lost it a bit on the fast break. Managed to retain and keep his composure. As we see, none other than Manaia Heke keep his composure too.
Korua Turupiro. Aheke, Karawa, he responds.
What's troubling though, Kayla, is a made position, so it should slow down Aquinas. And when they have to obviously have that inbound of the Poru. However, able to fast break and somehow get an easy transition bucket.
Absolutely, as we see Heke at the top. Kuru Fifi Toru.
Doesn't
He said,
he
I'm
like
still
that?
here. I'm still here. Flavel, downhill. As he chases down that two-up, manages to keep possession, but that will be a foul, perhaps on the Te Aroha player.
Tell you what, CJ did not appreciate all of none other than Luke Nonu there crashing down on top of you. That is a sizable human.
I believe that was technical.
You see here on the replay,
Yep.
CJ hits the deck and then,
So that was just a technical foul on CJ Flavel there. He did have Nonu dive for the ball. You know, it was all, I think it was just all, they were just going for the ball and he just wanted to get him off him. So nothing too serious, just a technical. There will be two free throws here for Te Aroha and potentially possession as well.
Yeah, as you said, Luke Nonu making a basketball play. Just sometimes a basketball play can come across, especially when you've got CJ down there on the deck. He didn't appreciate it, but nothing malicious in it from Luke Nonu whatsoever.
Absolutely, it was just a matter of effort, going for the ball. You know, as that was actually just one free throw attempt, and it will actually go back to Aquinas on the baseline.
You encourage that if you're a coach, you know, to attack and hunt the poro where possible. Turnover.
Korido iaia te poro.
And off to the races. Te Aroha getting that action going at the top of the key, looking for a little bit of a pick in.
Tā whanawhana te poro. Ka rawe ke.
Hasn't Baraka Minor played well for Te Aroha?
He's remained composed and he was just very patient at the top there, as you know, we might get a replay here. But he just kept his dribble live and waited for the right opportunity to drive, and he managed to convert that layup, as he will then also convert that and one opportunity. And we're 10 points in it now.
I was going to say,
just like that.
Nom nom nom. Kayla at Te Aroha is eating into this Aquinas lead, down to 10.
Nom nom nom.
Nom nom nom.
Mai te kuru tau. Oh, kuru Fifi Toru just off there. Big rebound there from number 8 of Te Aroha, Depros.
Yeah, Depros has done some really good things since coming onto the court for Te Aroha, and they use him there at the top of the key for the screening action as Lendon.
Ka rawe. Ka mea Lendon i te pahikete. Te no angitu.
He has been impressive, has Lendon, and the answer.
Kuru Fifi Toru.
I tell you what, Komwana, he's done so much. You know, the green light for him, things are all kakariki.
All right.
Dipros again trying to get, just out of bounds, Kayla.
Yeah, that looks like they will have a timeout as well after that, called by, I believe that was Aquinas. As Te Aroha have done a fantastic job bridging that gap to 8 points, if my math is mathing, which I hope it is. Fantastic job. What have you seen out there, Greg?
Oh, that's what we have talked about since, you know, Aquinas has got out to that lead, is can Te Aroha just start to chip away at it? And it's something that obviously Pukelinen himself, the coach, has probably seen more often than not, and it's just letting the troops know, hey, don't get down, let's chip away at it. It's not going to just change like that. We need to just keep working away. Let's get a stop. Let's play small, like a little patches here of a game. Let's try and get a couple stops, get a couple paketes, and just see what we can do, see what the scoreboard looks like in a few minutes' time.
Absolutely. We know this is a very, you know, resilient Te Aroha team. They have been through a lot this season, so no doubt they will leave everything out on the floor. And yeah, 8 points in it now as Lyndon takes that step back. Good look from this angle. Just unsuccessful, as that will go to Aquinas College. Just a foot on the line there for number 6. Grace.
Denzel Mokene Te Iri Grace wearing the purple kicks and was just a little bit on the white stripe, and great eyes yet again from our GJ Gardner squad, and great.
What te kuru whiwhi toru.
Luke and Mahi, huge bucket in the scheme of things. Just as Te Aroha was making a bit of some inroads into that lead, a huge kuru whiwhi toru. Unselfishly as well from Denzel Mokena.
A taho rawa atu, te kuru peke. A maina. Travel call, te tahi hikoi. Kaore he pai ki aia.
Just in that previous play, Denzel Mokena te Ere Grace, just noticing that Baraka Maina has a bit of a hot hand here for Te Aroha, so unselfishly gave it up. And as you like to say, if you're going to give up to someone else, you know, they convert on the position. So
absolutely. Tuning down, good pass for a great pass, you know, or great shot. Sorry.
You ever turn those down, Kayla?
Oh, look, all the time. As Heke, just short there. But we know, you know, Heke was very much a catalyst for that run Te Aroha had a couple of minutes ago. So, you know, someone like him has a green light to keep shooting. You miss one, you keep shooting.
Yeah, and he enjoyed that last if you thought of that he made, so
right.
I was kind of hoping as well that would go down. However, we play absolutely no favourites up here in the commentary booth.
Right.
High screen, pick and roll action.
Tētahi hara. Te tama Aquinas. That will be a foul on, I believe that was number 5 of Aquinas, Syed Barry.
Things have really picked up for Te Aroha. Obviously, a semi-final basketball, so everything to play for. There's no point leaving anything in the tank. Leave it all out there. As we got a fast break here. Oh, I think he went to throw that down to Luka Mahi. Got above the rim, but if you're a bit unsure, there's nothing worse than missing one of those. So did the right thing, just soft touch as the big fella. Woo. None other than Komoana slaps it away. Oh, just missing the layup there is the impressive Michael Wade.
Absolutely. Talk about the experience of this Aquinas team. We've got Wade, Flavel, Komoana. All Tauranga representatives at under 18 nationals this year. Lots of experience. As that looks like that was a foul.
Yeah, Dipros again. You know, not to keep reiterating, but since he has entered the fray, super imposing his will. And as we've seen so far this tournament, we've seen players that attack the tapa, Kayla, more often than not, are getting rewarded for the hard mahi. So, you know, Waiheke called there. Time for a little kōrero and just, hey, get a bit of H2O. The heart rate might be up, just let it settle. Again, Te Aroha had brought it back to single digits. It's now sitting at 11.
I'm sorry, I'm just having a laugh at the matua in the background. Look at the live, the live logo there, kia ora matua. He's just making that known. There is a big screen actually in this arena, which is very cool. We've got all the big chairs out, as I'm sure that will be filling up as the days get closer to finals basketball. But just taking a step back from this game, as we said earlier, Te Aroha didn't qualify last year, so the fact that they've qualified is one thing. You know, it's always difficult qualifying for a national tournament. You've got to do well in regionals, let alone to make a semi-final in and of itself. This is a very resilient team, as we said earlier. So no doubt this team has a lot of fight in them as they've, you know, clawed back. Just 11 points in it now.
And not only do they have that, Kayla, but also Charlie Wahanui looking down, and I'm sure willing his team on. Te Aroha College as off the back of the tupper there, Dipros. And Wade again, a little high action there, rejects the screen, gives it to Komoana. Oi! Hey, kuru whiwhi toru.
Kuru whiwhi toru there from Komoana.
And I love that he enjoys it. I've had a few players that are sort of emotionless sometimes after a big play. I appreciate someone who, you know, you can tell by their
Do you prefer
body
like
language.
a higher energy?
Yeah.
Like, what's your preference as a player? You're like reactive or like you're very neutral the whole time?
Oh, I'm telling everyone on this court, I'm going to be loud enough to know that the other 7 courts are also going to be very well aware of what is happening. So that's just me.
I'm the polar opposite, eh? I'm trying to stay as neutral as possible the whole time.
You're very cool, calm and collected.
Look, we try. As you see, Taura in his zone. Big rebound there from Heke.
Wouldn't mind seeing you after a can of pre-workout though, Kayla.
Don't need pre-workout. I'm a morning person.
That you are. I have noticed that. So
yeah,
you're one of those.
Love a morning workout. As we see it, beautiful kick to the corner. Extra ball movement there to Heke. Just off the backboard there as Kaimani pushes in transition. And great D. Unfortunately, that was a foul on Heke. Nō reira ka haere a Kaimani ki te pai kurutautuku, as you can just see on that replay. I think just at the last minute there, when we talk about defensive cylinders, he just reached his hand outside of that cylinder during that foul.
And that'll send none other than Komoana to the stripe and
Pai te mea tuatahi.
Knocks down the first. As the Te Aroha players come in, hoping that this is going to hit some form of the tapa. Hey. Oh, and Komoana gets it back. He wanted to shoot that one.
He thought about it as we have 30 seconds left here in this first half. Aquinas leading by 15 points to Te Aroha. What has been an awesome first half. Komoana from range as Aquinas hold on to possession there.
And they can take the clock down.
Shot clock and game clock now in sync.
Yeah, they want to be bye here for Te Aroha. They want any score from Aquinas to push this lead out. Komoana.
Jaws the hara. Smart play there, as you can tell on Lendon's face. He was trying not to foul on that possession, but the strength of Komoana, as you can see, nice jab driving across the lane.
Wade, Flavel, Mahi, Komoana, significant contributions. They're getting from a plethora of players. Kayla, it's not just one person having to do it all.
Absolutely. As Kaimani just misses that first kurutautuku off the front of the tapa there.
And you really want to secure the tūrapa. 1.3 is enough if you do miss to get another shot up. Yeah, nice there from Manaia Heke.
Alright. Alright, hoa, ko tai tātou ki te mitunga o tēnei haurua tuatahi. 15 points in it. Aquinas with the lead in this men's semi-final for our single A schools. We will be back very shortly, hoa ma. So if you're at home, grab a cup of tea, head to the wharepaku if you need, and we'll be back very shortly.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
This isn't about long-distance calling, technology, or living overseas.
Do I have one more bid? Thank you.
We're going to go once. We're going twice.
And we are sold to the Kiwi phone bidder from Manchester.
It's about Bailey's finding buyers that others can't.
I'm Jason Bill, and we farm around the Mid-North. We took a review of our business a couple of years ago, sort of identified challenges that we had. One was profitability, and we'd noticed on our steep hill country we're getting more and more erosion. We looked around to diversify, looked at forestry to plant on our steeper country. For us, it really addressed those concerns. By doing the forest farm model, we feel like we're getting the best of both worlds. And I'm really excited, and I really do believe in this model. I think it's the way of the future.
At Apollo Projects, we create better outcomes because we never make any assumptions. Like at this dairy dryer. The cladding on the building that houses the dairy dryer needed to be replaced. So they called us up. First, we inspected the cladding. The cost implications of shutting the dryer down were huge, particularly from the loss of production, which is much higher than the actual reclad costs. So we came together as a team. We said, why don't we replace the cladding while the dryer is still operational? No one had ever done that before, which meant working with the client on hygiene requirements. We wrapped the dryer in 2 layers to create a hygiene envelope, while the old panels were removed and the new ones installed, all while the dryer continued to work. By thinking outside the square and working as a team, the project was completed with no disruption to production, and it was a world first. Apollo Projects. No assumptions, better outcomes.
Sport is about more than just a game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
Morena, beautiful people.
Look at me! Look at her!
Whoa.
Hee-haw! Hee-haw!
Bang.
Too much.
Sounds ominous. Keep our kaumatua cool.
Oh, you went all the way to the KKK, eh?
Yeah.
Hurry up!
Okay.
Make Māori Plus your mate. Download the app today.
Kia ora tātou katoa, nau mai, huki mai ki tēnei pāhotanga poitukohu a whakaata Māori, ko Keila tōku ingoa, ko Greg tēnei, ko au tō koutou etahi au taua mō te kēmu. Everyone, we have had a very exciting first half of this men's semi-final. Aquinas College versus Te Aroha College, both vying for a spot in this grand final for our men's game, which will be tomorrow night, Greg. What have you seen in this first half so far? And as either team, what are you planning to do going forward into this second half?
Oh, a beautiful sport here of Poitukohu. Kayla, it has shown us that it is a game of runs and it is a game of momentum. We saw Aquinas got to an early start. They kicked on. Te Aroha started to wrestle that momentum back. Things shifted and, you know, they started to eat into that lead. And then just at the end there, Aquinas again, they wrestled back momentum and have added to their lead now and kicked out to a 15-point lead. The beautiful thing is we've got another half of basketball, 15. I mean, that's nothing in the grand scheme of things.
Yep.
So, hey, if I'm at the Te Aroha end of things, I'm saying, let's come out and let's punch first. Let's try and hit. We want to get back into this. It doesn't need to be done all in one possession.
Absolutely.
And if I'm down the other end, I'm just saying, hey, more of the same. We're attacking. We're hitting on the tūra part. We're getting second, third chance opportunities. We're moving the ball. We're getting transition paketes. So, I mean, that's just my perspective. Kayla, what have you seen?
Well, I think on the Aquinas end, Kaimani and Flavel have been quite troublesome in terms of scoring for this Te Aroha team. So I think when we talk about scout, knowing who's scoring and not letting them get to spots on the floor where they have high percentage shots for Kaimani. When he's right in the key, he's very difficult to stop. The likes of Flavel, you can't give him an open three. So for Te Aroha College, it's really much scouting. And, you know, early on in the game, we know Aquinas College like to do full court pressure. Te Aroha have done a very good job at breaking that press and really getting through their sets in the front court. So we've been really impressed with how they've been getting through their offences and yeah, a very exciting second half we have ahead as Aquinas have this 15-point lead, but Te Aroha I'm sure, will be trying to throw everything they have at this team in the second half. A lot to play for. For sure,
and it seems like when Baraka Minor seems to have ball in hand, good things happen for Te Aroha College.
Great point guard, very patient, as you can see him calling for a ball screen there. Downhill, beautiful drive, fantastic off the glass.
What I love, Kayla, is when we say something up there.
You're talking with your hands now. I love it. Keep going.
What happens is that the exact player that we're talking about goes down the other end and shows exactly what we're referring to, epitomizes what we're saying.
Absolutely, but he responds with the kuruwhiwhi toru. Does Luka Mahi.
And that's the thing as well, isn't it, Kayla? When we do math, a three is worth more than a two.
Yep.
And we've got a foul there on Kumoana. I can't imagine they would be having someone of his prowess off the court for too long. Interesting to know what will happen there.
Yes, because I'm sure he's still standing by the sub, so I'm sure he will be back very shortly.
The Te Aroha team were very animated though for what did just happen. Oh, great position too, really using his body to his advantage, create separation. Oh, Baraka!
Kei te haerea Baraka. Engari. Kei te Kimiro Taki. Whiua te poro.
Shot clock
Iwa he
winding
kona
down.
e toiana. Karawe, beautiful finish. Unlucky, just rolled out, but his teammate is there to follow through. Unfortunately, just missed again as Flavel brings it down the court.
Yeah, Dipper's being effective there. Oh, we've got a travel called. Kayla.
All right.
And a chance here for Te Aroha. Can they capitalise? That's what it is. Let's see if we can get some points on the board. Let's see if we can get a stop. Let's see if we can get some more points on the board. Let's see if we can get another stop. And we
Game
go
of possessions.
from there.
Game of possessions is basketball. Not looking too far ahead, just next play mentality, one at a time, as that Kuru Whiwhitoru just off the side of his upper there, but a great look nonetheless.
Lovely looking release there from Trevor Graves.
Ai. Nui te tūrapa a Kaimani. Kei te kōkiri whakamua, whiua te poro, mo te Kuru Whiwhitoru, Karawe. A tāhua tērā kuru.
Dan Day with the huge Kuru Whiwhitoru. We haven't seen the light of day since we've been here.
Here we
I don't know
go
if you've been
again.
outside. But he can shoot the lights out. Can Dan Day.
Absolutely. As you said, beautiful kick out. Just off again, slightly to the right again, but a good look as Wade kicks it out to Kaimani.
I really wanted to refer to Trevor there as Trevor Threeves if he was able to knock that one down. I love the form and the mechanics from the 15 for Te Aroha.
Right.
Greaves, so let it fly again, spin.
Beautiful step through finish. Very fundamental. We love to see our rangatahi that have beautiful fundamentals, being able to use a shot fake, being able to use a step through and having the patience. As Flavel, speaking of fundamentals, he's got a fantastic shot and he is having a tournament as Flavel as he pushes that lead to 20 points for Aquinas College.
Someone I've been looking forward to see hoop is CJ Flavel, and he is not disappointing as Lendon.
Tough finish, wow. I don't know how he got through those defenders like he did, but beautiful shot there as Kuru Whiwhitoru.
Dan Day.
You know, some of these guys, you know, we've got the Fly program in Tauranga led by, you know, Alex, and we've got our men's and our women's side. We know the style of game over there is very much three-point oriented. So when these Tauranga teams start to get going from the three-point line, it is no surprise because that is very much their style of play.
Yeah, we see the replay here. Oh, tough take. However, Aquinas ball. Flavel gets us started here. And Aquinas into their offense. And a rare stop there for Te Aroha on. Oh, we got a foul call. Oh, we do have a foul called.
Ai. He hara tērā. Mai I te pai pito.
Shout out to my trainer, Jaden Bazant, the Prince of the Mount. Is that man? Great to see him in the first year
of the Mount.
of the fight. Getting that captain's armband as...
Kaimani, mai te papamuri, mā manoiho, te kuru.
I feel like Te Aroha really needs to do maybe a better job of just being aware of where he is at all times.
Absolutely.
He's elusive.
Yeah.
Up fake there, Kayla.
Beautiful move there. Saw the opening and just had a lovely finger roll finish over the front of the rim. Did Lynch and McLaren.
CJ Flavel is class. Maybe that's what the C stands for, and CJ is class.
Beautiful move there from CJ. Rocking the Kobe's, might I add.
You and I did talk about that. We
did.
Really
We've been talking
appreciate-
shoe game this week.
Again, I haven't spoken to my Central Southland gang yet about how they've come about acquiring those. I don't know how. I know Foot Locker are incredible, amazing sponsor. I don't know how we're getting those to the Deep South, because I never, in Otipoti, we never had those, Kayla, so
Yep.
I feel like if you're going to rock those, you better be able to hoop. And I tell you what,
for sure.
CJ Flavel can definitely hoop.
All the gears, all the ideas. Nui te tūrapa Flavel, kei te kōkiri whakamua. Kei te tere haere, he hara tera.
Big contact there.
Tēnā mā, te kaumā rima. Te aroha, will be a foul on Trevor Greaves. He's really made a lot of impact though, has Greaves, when he's come on. Plays with a lot of energy and intensity, and it's awesome to see as we have just about 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. 23-point differential now, as we've seen Aquinas go on a bit of a run there. What's been said in the Te Aroha timeout?
Oh, I think it was a timely Waiheke. Kayla, as you said, we had a 15-point game. It is now kicked out. Maths, do the maths. What are we sitting at?
Oh,
I just want to put you on the spot.
Look, sorry, 23 points now.
Sorry, buddy, I just wanted to put you on the spot.
You're good,
there.
man. You're keeping me on my toes.
No,
It's good.
I know, and so as we just said, the lead has extended. Great call there from Coach Lennon to just bring the troops in again. Just let's talk things over. You know, and Aquinas, I mean, you're extremely happy. The play that you're generating and creating has therefore caused Te Aroha to call that Waiheke. And as we see there, Charlie Wahanui, forever 17. Rest in peace, young man, just passed away before regionals. And a beautiful tribute from Te Aroha College. You know, and his presence will be felt here for sure.
Absolutely.
And shout out to Charlie Wahanui's parents making the trip down here and supporting the boys.
Yeah, so special, man. There's a lot of love there, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's bigger than basketball.
Absolutely.
Kayla, I know we've all gathered here over, you know, 4 days for A and 6 days for AA. But, you know, as we get to see there, some things are bigger than basketball. So kia ora to the Wahanui whānau.
You know, and it's often those relationships that mean much more. You know, for us old codgers over here on the commentary booth have, you know, seen old friends and, you know, those old teammates, those relationships last a lifetime. And I had a good teammate of mine in college that would always say, you know, you don't always remember, you know, the number of points someone scores or the wins they got, but you remember how they made you feel.
Exactly.
And that's something that I always carried with me is, you know, it's often those relationships and the bonds that you form with those people that you know, carry on for years. So, yeah.
You said it best, and I tell you what, it's trips like these that you really look back on, even if you can go on to, you know, bigger things like the NBL, etc. It's times like this when you get to play with, and I quote from this, you know, Charlie was very proud to play with his bros, and as someone who's gotten through the ranks and looking back on a career, it is something like this, a tournament where you can come away with your friends, have a good time. You're here to win and you want to get the silverware, you want to lift that trophy, but it's also about the memories, and you cherish those.
Absolutely, that's so true, Greg. Spoken from the heart, my guy.
Well, it was quite deep, eh?
Yeah.
But as we see, and we return to the action, legend McLaren at the free throw line. Off the back of the tapa.
Tēnā tata. E whāmeniti e toina ki te mitinga o tēnei hauwha tuatoru.
Have you ever peroxided the hair, Kayla?
Who?
Have you ever peroxided your hair?
Peroxided?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
You've noticed there, legend with the bright blonde.
Oh, I did have a bit of an ombre situation in college. That was not good for me. It looked more like when I put it in a bun, it was a peanut on the top of my head. So, look, I don't go for dyeing my hair blonde anymore. We're just the au naturel, but
Nice.
I love to see the different hairstyles. I absolutely love it.
I say Legend definitely pulls it off. I don't know if
I
the
like
mullet is
rocking
ready
it.
for the bleaching. I'll leave it up to the young fella.
Oh, where alley-oop attempt there. That would have been on the BBNZ highlight reel. That.
I tell you what, we've seen everything from CJ, so I'm not surprised that also on the bag is alley-oop game too.
Absolutely. Beautiful shot fake there from Lyndon as he catches it on the perimeter. Little slight head fake, catches the defender in the air and drives to the basket as he will have 2 kurutou tuku.
And Lyndon with the deep kete.
That's your bedtime.
I tell you what. And we're having fun.
We are. We're enjoying it.
Not so fun. A 30-point deficit. We're currently sitting at Lyndon, trying to reduce that, do his absolute best. And we've seen some really spectacular plays from both sides here.
Absolutely.
Really epitomising, as I said, it's time to shine. The catchphrase for the mahi over this week.
Kua whaitahi piroa, Lyndon. Level. Ki tōna hoa. Ka rawe.
Nice, it's
Paitenganga.
brought in by none other than Luke Nonu. Been impressed with Nonu's physicality. Travel called.
Ai, tētahi hikoi.
And another thing I've loved to see, and it's very evident, I know it's pointed out to me, you know, Charlie Oahanui absolutely loved playing for the Lyndons, Puke and Tash, and I can see that the whole team shares that same sentiment. A real nice, like, whānau-based
tell.
environment team.
There's a lot of glue, a lot of love holding that team together as Aquinas just pushing this lead out.
Dan
even
Day,
further.
he has been effective from the Kuru Fifi Toru.
Nunu. Ai, tētahi hikoi. As he just moved his pivot foot there, did Nunu. That will be back in Aquinas' possession as we have just 2.5 minutes left here in this third quarter of our men's semi-final single A.
Sometimes the mind and the body just aren't in sync. Caitlin, you see some space and you want to take off to the races, and unfortunately, Nonu there call for the travel, but hey, we go again. Next possession.
Next possession, exactly as Flavel. Kei te kokiri whakamua. Ka rawe. Tēnō angitu, te reikuru. Tētahi atu anō. Te kuru tautuku.
And Achtung, that's German for warning or danger, Kayla.
Okay.
And I tell you what, when...
Are you German, Greg?
I lived in Austria for a year. I was actually an exchange student.
No
I
way.
played professional basketball and American football in
What
Austria.
position were you in American football?
Wide receiver.
Okay.
Yeah, I got €100 a game. It was my first contracted sport. Yeah, so...
Peeping the close-up of the Kobe's while we're there.
No, just don't worry about my stories. I'll just...
We'll get back to your travels as wide receiver.
There's nothing you want to hear about my travel when you can see CJ Flavel.
That rhymed well done as Flavel takes a sub. Coming in for Aquinas College, number 16, we have Nat Jardin.
Yeah, roll those subs. Let's see all the Tane get a run. That would be good to see.
Absolutely. Wade turns down the screen, kicks to the corner. Kuru Fifi Toru. He's been lights out this game, has Dan Day. Lights out, day and night.
I tell you, there you are. I'm starting to influence your...
I love a pun. I've always loved a pun, Greg.
Oh, and that's what I also love to see. 83-45, you could forgive Aquinas to maybe take the foot off the accelerator, but I tell you what, in the 16 singlet, Nat Jardine, he body on the floor, not afraid to risk it for the chocolate biscuit.
Right. Pai te kuru tautuku tuatahi. Ādei.
And as we have alluded to earlier, Kayla semi-final basketball winner goes on. You would assume 1 foot in the door for AC.
Ka rawe te huri. Beautiful spin move there from Wade as we're now at just over a 40-point differential. This game has slowly crept out to a wider scoring differential, but I don't think it reflects the competitiveness of this semi-final.
That's the other great thing I have seen. We both probably witnessed a few blowouts since we've been here, Kayla, and what is something that stood out to me is it doesn't matter what's on the scoreboard. Both the Tane and the Wahine have competed till the last whistle. You're doing it, obviously the front of the singlet is your
Absolutely.
school, and there's a certain level of mana that sticks with you no matter what. You don't want to ever give up. Oh, baraka.
Beautiful hezi, I love a hesitation dribble. As he will go to the pai kuru tautuku, mo erua ngā kuru.
And our last game for the evening, Kayla.
Yes, coming to an end of day 3. It's been an action-packed couple days as that first kuru tautuku, nothing but net. Yes.
How are you feeling as well, day 3?
Kei te ora tonu, ahua nge au, little bit tired, but look, I'm actually here for it. It's really exciting. One, being able to watch the young talent coming through the ranks, but, you know, being able to kōrero Māori, because I love the reo. And again, sorry, let's interrupt that, because Dan Day, remember the name. That's another kuru whiwhi toru for this young man, and he's having an absolute stellar of a semi.
Yeah, if the Day whānau are not here witnessing this live, I hope you're tuned in to the broadcast, because that young man has really come on and created havoc from the three-point line in particular. Stand up, young man, as Baraka continues to attack.
Unlucky there, but right idea from Baraka, just finding that big man down low.
As
Nat
Nat kicks it over to Yam.
There's the hara, he will head to the line for 2.
And Yam, Benedict, Tabulong will get an opportunity here. You know, and we're starting to see some of these players that we haven't gotten to mention so far in this game. Kayla, it's good to see. Make the most of your minutes.
Absolutely.
You know, some of these players that will return for their respective coaches next year, obviously looking to show what they can do.
Oh, great effort there from Wade as he just gets a quick tip in there. 91-47 as we head into the 4th very shortly. It's been a game, Greg. It's been a game. As you can tell, look, with that score, as I said earlier, it doesn't properly reflect how competitive both teams and the caliber of both teams. Yeah, what are you seeing out there? What are you thinking moving forward into this final quarter?
Well, again, it comes down to the mana and the pride, you know, of that front of the singlet. Saying, hey, look, you know, especially the lights are bright, the cameras are rolling, but this is a great chance to show what you can do. You still want to play as a team, play unselfish, poi te kohu, but you know, you've got a whole quarter of basketball. Some guys, the benches might start to empty, as we talked about, Caleb, and opportunities will be available to, you know, show what it is or showcase what it is that you can do. And sometimes, I mean, we up here, we like to look for you know, the positive in any situation. So for me, that's one thing that is a positive in a game like this, is we might get to see some people that we may not usually get to see and showcase their talents.
Absolutely, and you were talking about Mana earlier. You know, 50 points almost at the moment. It's one of those things, and just having that perspective, it is an honour, and I'm sure all of the whānau of all of these Te Aroha boys are so proud of them. Even, you know, like I said earlier, qualifying for nationals is one thing. They didn't do it last year, they've done it this year, and they've advanced all the way to a semi-final. So for them, it's keeping your chin up and, you know, going out this last game and just playing with, you know, everything that they have, as I'm sure that they will. There's a lot of mana within this team, and a lot that they have to still play for, as Aquinas will get this last quarter of our men's semi-final number 1 for our single A's in play.
Just on that camera work too, Kayla, we sort of zoomed in on the score bench there, so a huge shout out not only to the GJ Gardner officials in grey, the volunteers, score bench, the help. None of it's possible without you guys. We really appreciate everything that you do. Shout out to Basketball New Zealand. You know, we couldn't do it, you know, without you. We love to be able to bring you live basketball for Kata Māori, 3 courts over 6 days. It's incredible.
Yeah, really special, you know, as we've been saying all throughout. Did you play nationals, Greg?
We made it 1 year.
Did you guys?
My school was, we had a terrible time. I'd like to actually probably forget about it usually. You know,
so can we stop this conversation right now?
I think I just had PTSD.
Yeah. Did you? But okay, we don't need to go into the details of how you did at nationals. But was there a live stream? Was there any filming? So, right.
I think maybe at the business end, but we had no business probably even being there, to be fair. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. My sister school, Columba College, see, I went to John McGlashan, and yeah, great to see that they are here representing Otipoti, the only school putting it on for the green and gold of the Otago region. So, you know, not as lucky as yourself to not only win a title, but to be the MVP. You know, sometimes I sit here and I think, oh man, this Wahine Toa has accomplished a lot in the Poitakahu scene. I know you always like to shift, you know, the bright lights onto our rangatahi.
Greg.
I know. As you shift around in your seat in your
like,
bright purple tracksuit that you are renowned for. I was going to wear mine, but I've checked on the BBNZ kit.
Tawny's not over.
I hope you enjoy the clothing that I've gone out of my way to try and find for you.
Nah, preach, man. But yeah, just, you know, talking on that live stream thing, we've been saying it, but it's just, was here 10 years ago, and it was just one semi-final game, I believe, that was live streamed, and the final. So just perspective, it's not just one or two games on day 5 and 6 that are streamed, but in fact, we have 3 courts for 6 days, and it's just so massive, and massive mihi to Whakata Māori for bringing our sport to, you know, the lounges of our whānau all around the motu. And, you know, there's pros and cons with social media, but there's lots of pros.
Oh, of course.
And what media can do and how it can bring a sport to not only whānau all around the motu, but around the ao. So, yeah, massive thanks to Whakata Māori for making this available as he makes that N1. CJ Flavel.
The Pakete. At what point, Kayla, are you maybe saying, hey, CJ, come in a hora, have a little sit on the bench, that's enough for you? You know, as you said, it's a semi-final, so these boys have to play a final. And CJ Flavel, you know, has been huge in this game.
Perhaps maybe just a couple minutes left in the game. I'd say coach should keep him on a couple more minutes, but will not want to play him the whole quarter, as they potentially, if they do follow through with this game and win it, will have a big final matchup, so fresh legs would be ideal as we see a beautiful floater there. Actually, little runner as he does a little gather step, does Legend McLaren. We love to see a floater.
Oh, you're not wrong there. And nothing, not even any touch on the tapa either, just all net.
Yep.
As he gets another crack at it, does Legend.
Right, he hara. Dongi te papa.
I Am Legend will find himself at the free throw line.
I Am Legend.
Oh, it's so great. I've had a few movie references and done a few games with the Maya Williamson and doesn't watch movies. So just went over the, I mean, it's not hard to go over the top of Maya Williamson's head, but you know, it went there. Yeah. Long day for Kayla Manu Irarangi.
That looks like that will be Tauraha ball at the baseline.
Great eyes, Kayla. Nothing is missed by you. And who's that? We've got inbounding the poro. Is that?
Te kau hea kona e toi ana ki te mutunga. Ai he hara anō.
So that is Mason Diprose in the fourth singlet. I'm going to try and put 2 and 2 together. Probably the brother of Kaylin Diprose.
Perhaps.
So the Diprose whānau very well represented here.
As Aquinas College find themselves in 4 team fouls at the moment. Te Araha still just on 1, doing a good job at not fouling.
Isaiah Anderson gets that one up. The friendly roll.
Pai te mea tuatahi.
Tell you what, it's not like the tapa on court 4, the double rim.
Oh, yes. Tapa e rua.
Beautiful court here. This is where
this is the main court.
Yeah, my beloved Manawatu Jets do their mahi.
Oh, you're a Manawatu Jets lad.
I just show I've got a lot of love for my trio of brothers, Campbell Scott, Liam Judd, and Simon Lafayette. So that was the real reason I grew the hair out to them, the mullet, just to show tribute to those boys.
Lovely work, Greg. As we reach the 7-minute mark of this final quarter of our men's semi-final for our single A's. And did we clarify at home what classifies a single A and a double A school?
You did when we got things underway.
Yeah. We'll park it there then.
No, I don't want to cut you off if you did want to reiterate what you were going to say.
Hey, while we're there, we might have new whānau at home tuning in. So with our single A's, these are our small schools. This tournament for the single A's started on Monday and will end tomorrow. So single A's is for a single sex school, it's 300 students or less. For a co-ed, it's 600 students or less. So this is our small schools. We've seen also quite a few Kurikopapa Māori, which has been absolutely wonderful to see. And then we have our double A's, which are our larger schools. That tournament runs from, obviously in the same place, but runs from Monday to Saturday. So a 6-day tournament. These are our largest schools with pupils of over 300 for a single sex and over 600 for co-ed. So lots of basketball being played. We've got 9 courts going. So many teams here from around the country, and just the display of basketball and the sportsmanship, might I say, as well, not only from players, but the way coaches have been communicating with refs has been very, very positive. Also want to mention the consistency of our referees has been really, really positive to see. You know, it can be often really quite difficult to get lots of refs that are reffing at a very high level, and I think Basketball New Zealand are doing a good job at producing some very good quality refs. So a massive thanks to all of our referees at this tournament.
Oh, that was from the heart too,
it
Kayla.
Was.
And
I do mean it.
I want to second what you're saying there, because I know it is said a lot, but we don't have the game without referees.
Yeah, for sure.
So, you know, and it is a high pressure job / role that our team in the GJ Gardner Grey Singlet, they do take on. So kudos to them. And I just want to touch on something that you did bring up, which was that Te Aroha College didn't qualify in 2023. So I know the scoreboard does look like it is quite a blow up, but I just want to say there is nothing that Te Aroha, I hope no one hangs their head.
Absolutely.
They've got Charlie Wahanui looking down on them. They've got the supporters here, the supporters obviously that'll be tuning in, and they have been nothing but spectacular. We'll bow out here in the semi-final, but just what a huge leap to go from to not even to qualify to now be in the main court and playing in a semi-final.
Absolutely, and Te Aroha, a very small town just outside of Hamilton in Waikato. You know, as someone who comes from a small town as well myself, shout out to Te Hāwera, South Taranaki. Often it can be quite challenging coming from a small town, whether it be court availability. You might only have one court in your town, and you know, if it costs $30 an hour, how are you training? You know, a lot of the years we were training outside on the concrete. Yeah, which I'm not sure too many Auckland kids like yourself might know that, Greg, but you might have trained outside. But yes, most of our trainings we were outside, whether it was rain, hail or shine.
Just gonna push rewind on that.
I might have
I'm from
put my
Alexandra
foot in it.
in Central Otago.
You live in Auckland though, right?
I live there, but where I'm from, where I was the age that you were referring to, you know, I made the move purely for a work-based role.
Right.
But I am from the South Island. I grew up in Alexandra and moved to Otipoti.
Wow.
And in Alexandra, there's that, you know, the courts that have, you know, it's not just the basketball stickers that are on there. There's also multiple other sports. You've got the netball goals as well. Like you might have one court, but everything is played on it. So I don't know where the three-point line was, I don't know where the free throw line was. There's so many like different stickers for different sports. So no, it's a huge thing, especially, as I said, with the smaller schools. We've seen it on display, the smaller schools and the bigger schools. I saw Rosmini with a huge entourage. They've got their own physio. And, you know, and it's just, when you've got a bigger school and you do have probably obviously more resources that you can throw at things, it does make life easier.
Absolutely, and even being in larger centres, like Auckland, like Christchurch, like Wellington, you often have the opportunity to maybe jump in a men's competition that they have running on a weeknight and get experience against maybe some NBL Rapid League players or former NBL players, which, you know, you get better by playing up. So I really do take my hat off to these small skills that, you know, can really grind, you know, where they're at and make it to the big stage, which is national secondary schools.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if we do get the invite back in 2025, Te Aroha is definitely one school for me that I'll be keeping an eye on. Just, as I said, a lot of young players and a lot of players that will return, and not only in 2025, but also 26 and beyond. So
absolutely, a very exciting future for this Te Aroha group.
And the flip side of that, Kayla, is what we talked about too earlier, was the potential of Aquinas College going into the AA, making that choice of we could stick to A, but sometimes, you know, these guys want to challenge themselves maybe to the next level up, and
we saw that. We saw that with Manukura. Sorry to cut you off there, Greg, but a single A school, Kura Kaupapa Māori, who both on the men's and the women's side have opted to go into the AA, the big schools competition, which is incredibly admirable. And what happens with that if you enter as a single A school in the regional tournament but don't qualify? If you enter the regional tournament as a single school into the AA tournament but don't qualify, you then can't go to nationals later as a single A school. So, you know, there can be a bit of risk there doing that as a smaller school, but a very brave and, you know, awesome move that schools like Manukura have done.
No, you have hit the nail on the head as per usual. Kayla, it is something, you know, especially for these two teams in particular, exciting times, you know, the future of both basketball programs. And not every school can say that. A lot of schools will be potentially losing maybe the majority of their squad, potentially their spine. You know, they might be a whole new look team next season. So, you know, both schools here very fortunate that big things are in store for 2025. But it will be Aquinas that will go on to play for all the marbles.
Yep.
However, we've got 3 minutes on the clock.
Oh, beautiful little job there. He just did a little fake dribble, almost a hezzy, switched it to the other hand, and then a downhill finish off the glass for legend McLaren. Lovely crafty move from the young player.
Yeah, he's been making a few legendary plays.
That he has, true to the name.
Great game of Poitikohu. I love the big screen at the end of the court. Yes. Kayla allows, you know, the people out there to take stock it, but they may not be able to see what's going on there. It's an interesting thing to have.
I was like, if they're in the stadium and they can't see the court.
I'm kind of looking at the seats and I'm like, it's a bit further to look down there than it is to just look in front. So
nonetheless, awesome to have more coverage within the stadium. Done a fantastic job. I was talking to some of the Basketball New Zealand staff, and they have been absolutely working their butts off these last 2 to 3 weeks. They've also got under 14 nationals next week, so yeah, shout out to them and all of them they do in organising such a big event such as this.
And to work in conjunction as well with Basketball Manawatu, you know, putting on the spectacle, and it's months of planning. You know, the spreadsheets are up, making sure we've got the teams where they need to be and everyone's well aware. And there's a lot that goes into a tournament. It's not everyone just shows up and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Lucky there's those, you know, those brains that just keep turning, and the intellectual people with those are creating our tournament. As you probably just looked at me there with the face of, where are you going with this? Do you even know the next words that come out of your mouth?
You're good, man. You're good.
I'm enjoying the play here of Mason Dipros. He's been on the tūrapa.
As we see a double screen. Nice downhill drive there. Unfortunately, he's just travelled there, but a great look from the young man, Isaiah Anderson. Nice use of the double ball screen there.
And no one giving up here for Te Arawa. I love that, and it's really been a focal point for any team that's out there. Keep playing. Oh, behind the back.
Right idea.
Nonu there, a little behind the back of his own. Conrad Smith not there though.
Right idea as he looked for that baseline cut just a little bit ahead.
Did the Wellington Hurricanes Nonu to Conrad Smith just went shh.
Look, it did. And it's still going. No, I missed that. My bad, man. My bad.
It's late.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's past some bedtimes.
But my bedtime's at 9 o'clock. Beautiful block. Unfortunately, that was a foul. Lovely take there, though, as we've just over 1 minute left here. Aquinas College, 101 at Te Aroha, 60.
Just when you said there your bedtime was at 9 o'clock, I think my lovely fiance, it's about 8 o'clock for her. So.
Oh, really? Is she like a 4 a.m. gym goer?
Yeah, there's a bit of that, but just loves bed, loves the sleep side of things as well. So, hey, each to their own. Why is that? What time have you been up for your BFT sessions this week?
Shout out to Palmerston North Body Fit hosting me, and there was another referee as that Kuruwhiwhi Toru has been signed, sealed and delivered, Greg.
Probably like my pizza tonight when I get home. Yes, hopefully if I can get hold
little
of,
crossover. And the dish, what a delightful dime that was.
Yeah, double dish, like that exact same pizza I'm referring to. See if I get
double crust, double dish.
See if I get Andrew Horrocks' credit card whilst he's not looking.
Surely.
Folks at home, I do not encourage any part of that. But yeah, as I said, we're in a 3-bedroom Airbnb with the lovely Maya Williamson and the bald voice himself, Andrew Horrocks. We were devastated, Kayla, when we heard that you were going to be with whānau. Completely understandable. You know, family first. It is what it is. But yeah, I tell you what, all I could think of was Paul Meyer as soon as I was aware of the situation. And I tell you what, the mindset's still there. It's still Paul Meyer. As, hey, look.
Oh, beautiful finish off the glass there. Once again from Anderson. Fantastic finish as this time just winds down. 102.65. Aquinas College are advancing on to the men's grand final for the single A schools, but a fantastic effort from Te Aroha College.
Hey, I'm going to leave you with one last thing before you close. Just a huge shout out once again to Charlie Wahanui and the entire Wahanui whānau. Appreciate you, Aroha for days, and everything that Te Aroha has done to get here and make it through to the semi-final. Couldn't have been done without you guys. So I'll throw it to Kayla, and yeah, Aroha, have a lovely evening, everyone.
Kia ora tātou, ai me ana kia koutou ka ngā māka mai. Wow, sorry guys, I just entirely fumbled over that whole thing. Thank you to everyone who has tuned in. Congratulations once again to Aquinas College, and a massive, massive effort there from Te Aroha. They should leave with their heads held high. They've made their whānau, their hapu, their iwi very proud to be here, qualifying and making a semi-final, still the chance to play for a position here in that third and fourth game that will be tomorrow. But anyways, we have come to the end of day 3 of this national basketball competition, and we will be back tomorrow. Please get a beautiful rest, and we will be back. Hei a pōpō.
Yeah, like obviously we do the haka before every game. Our haka is written specifically for us. The haka starts tuturu whakamaua kia tīna, and that means we honor the past, present, and the future. After that we go homie, huie, tākie, and that means like we all commit. So we do that in every huddle. We say homie, huie, tākie. So say we're at a video and we talk about something, we say we want to do this, X, Y, Z. That just wraps everything up and says, everyone says we all commit to what we've talked about in this video session. And then also in trainings and stuff, so if we've worked on something, everyone comes in together and we say we commit to this scout or new play or everything else that we've talked about. Another part of our haka is tukaha opango tekahikate. And that means the black singlet is strong, firm, and immovable. And that's kind of like pretty much our culture. Like that's what we stand by. And when we do that haka before every game, that's pretty much like everyone thinks that we're doing the haka for the other team, but we're actually doing the haka for us. We're making a stance and we're telling everyone why we're here and what we stand for. And that's Jordan, our leader in the haka. He's asking us how are we going to stand in this storm, which is this storm is the other team. And then we all say, and that means like our strength is within our roots. So the kaikatea tree that we say is a tree in New Zealand that is tall and skinny. The reason they're so strong is because they're attached by their roots, and they usually come in a big pack. Tall, skinny trees, which represents us, obviously, we're tall and skinny. But we're very solid because we're all connected through our roots. And that's something else we talk about in our haka, that we're just telling each other that we're going to get through the storm together, and because we're strong, we're intertwined and connected through our roots.
this moment doesn't come around a lot. Right? If you can cast your mind back to some of these moments we get, they don't come a lot. So respect the moment. Respect it. Respect the plan. Execute it. Respect the energy and effort you got to put in. Respect your teammates. Respect yourself. I want everybody in on this, okay? We're all in, everyone. The bench. Everybody. Okay, they're going to feel us tonight. Feel our handshake. We'll put our best foot forward. You good? We're good.
I'm extremely proud of the fight that we had today. I feel the pain. We all feel the pain. I can see it on your faces. I can feel it in the energy in this room, how hard we played, how hard we worked, how much we sacrificed for the opportunity we got in this round. It is extremely important for this singlet and what it means to us and what it means as a nation, as a team, how we finish this tournament, how we come out tomorrow. So it's extremely important that we do whatever you guys need to do, everyone in this room, to put this behind us, to learn and to be ready to play tomorrow. It's extremely important. You know what I mean? There's two ways this can go. And if we don't do the right thing, then it puts that sacrifice, it puts the fight tonight, it puts everything we've done, and it doesn't mean anything, right? We have to find meaning in this loss and find meaning in how we execute and how we play the rest of this team. It's extremely important for the Black Sea, right? And that's it. So we move on. Come on.
This is an opportunity that we can't pass up.